Welcome back. Hopefully yeah, it's recording. All right, that would be just a little, one more thing to add to the shitstorm we've had this week. Hello, everyone. We've missed, like, what, 1 week, maybe 2 weeks now of session?
Just
Uh,
one.
just one? Oh, perfect.
Just
I
one.
feel less bad then. I think Sunday, so let's miss like 2 weeks now. Um, yeah, so, we return back to our Friday Ironheart Merchant Company, session 68, A Dangerous World. Before we get to all that, I'm gonna do something I don't normally do because, well, do I actually remember what happened last time for the most part? Let me think. Give me a second. It's been a minute, and I've been fucking busy up until like 20 minutes ago. Shit. All right, one of you give the recap because I can't fucking remember. It's a rarity, but on occasion it does happen.
Mr. Party Leader, do you want to go?
Last time we had to deal with what was supposed to be bandits. It was not. It was goddamn big bugs.
Oh, yes, that's what the session was. Okay, that's all
All
I needed.
over a goat.
That's all I needed. Thank you. You know what? Thank you, James. I can take it from here. Now I remember everything. Okay. Sorry, with how many campaigns, it's very easy to mix them up. All
Glad
right.
to be of help. I had my own notes. It's what took me a second.
No, you're good. Yeah. So last time the party took on one of the major, or one of the one of the major quests. Actually, I believe that was on the board, not one of the side quests. Yes, that's right. A merchant horde party having headed out, expecting to run into a group of bandits, potentially even as they had started to investigate and do a little bit of intrigue research. The party started to assume that potentially the clan Sunhammer could be in on it, or, as the party thought, maybe there was some sort of fighting between the grandson, grandfather, and father, and some sort of setup was going on. The party then kind of put together their own narrative, decided to follow the only lead they had heading out to the location, the Frost Mountain Pass, to see where the merchants had been getting attacked. Unfortunate for the party, Ham found a large amount of blood and followed it to what looked to be some sort of weird ritualistic thing of magic going on. As the party or the rest of the party arrived, finding the two Umber Hulks seemingly entranced in the situation, the party quickly got the jump on them before the combat kicked off, with, I believe, really no injuries for the most part. I don't think I actually hit anyone besides maybe Rollman once.
Rollman took 1 point of damage the
Okay.
entire session.
I don't recall fully, but I remember
It
it
was a
was
big
very
boo boo.
one-sided. Yes, as the party slew the Umber Hulks, the spell of breaking down the wood ritual, and moving a bunch of stones seemed to enable the magic. The party watched as basically the blood from the ritual vanished and the ritual cracked, laying off, I believe, a huge magical explosion, but nothing that affected the party. After that, the party decided to return with the unfortunate individual that was on the sigil, I believe burned alive for the most part during the combat, thus unfortunately unable to save the individual. The party headed back, and as we came back, the party found themselves outside of Sunilda's Oils and Remedy shop, only to see the House of Crump and its many wagons circled around the shop itself. Now, due to the DM having to cancel that session last week due to his heart being broken, fuck you for the person who did that. I will one day get my vengeance. Not literally, I really don't care at this point, but it sounds more menacing that way. I give the party about 2 weeks of free downtime, which we will be addressing here momentarily as the party kind of comes through. It will be considered as the party's following day of actions as they kind of got to relax. So for those who kind of, if you're just following the narrative, just listen through. You'll understand in a moment. And for those of the party who now understand what I was planning to do with the downtime, I hope you kind of get why I asked you for the action so early. But with that in mind, we return back the year of 65,007, the month of the coin, or August, the day of the 34th. It is early in the morning, and it is flippin' hot out. It is a scalding 80 degrees, which in these territories is quite hot. Clear skies, the sun beaming down as you lot find yourselves coming back to the crump, or to the shop of Sunilda's oils and remedies, or remedies and oils. The wagons themselves seem to be very beautifully designed, very clearly of for nobles themselves. Gemstone windows that seem to glitter and are quite large for the cuts, allowing for a lot bigger viewing portions for the individuals inside. It's not hard to miss the or it would be pretty hard to miss the also very gaudy arcane runes that are lined with what look to be gold and orichalcum. Otherwise, the large sigil of the crumps that seems to just flutter even without movement, it kind of also gives it away to this being what looks to be the main branch of the family. As you see a couple members getting out of the wagons and heading inside, one of the figures seems to kind of stop as you guys are about 50 feet and standing in a somewhat busy street where people are passing by quite vigorously. The individual, though, seemed cloaked pretty heavily in the blackened fur, with what looks to be clear, some sort of lizard-like scales kind of going down it. Seems to turn and look, his eyes kind of glittering red for a moment. And just as soon as his eyes lock to James, James, you feel a soft hand on your shoulder.
Uh, is the figure still in front of me?
Figure is not. As you look forward and blink for a second.
Greetings, friend.
As
As
he
I will say that and turn a little bit to him.
As you turn to the side, Ham has yet to seem to notice as Ham looks behind you and kind of with Ham and Roland kind of standing somewhat, I assume, behind you as you lot are kind of walking through town, so they can kind of keep their eyes around everywhere. He seems to stand directly between Ham and Roland and right behind you, James, as you feel a almost evil and unholy presence emanating off this individual, and he goes. Yes, it's been a long time, young James, as he speaks in Dwarvish, and goes, how have you been keeping? I haven't seen you since the expedition.
I've been keeping. Uh, Middling is how I'll put it.
You never were nearly as good as my son, but one day maybe you'll be good enough to be a crump.
That is a high compliment from you, sir. No, we were just on our way into the same shop, it seems.
Good. Join me. I think you'll find this entertaining, and at the very least, I'm curious to see what your opinions are on the situation. You get the sense that's not an invite, that is an order.
All right. Ham, I believe you could go let the guild know about the information we found out.
No. You will come with us as well. All three of you are very much needed for these kinds of conversations. I don't want you, James, to be taken advantage of. As Ham, you feel a hand on your shoulder that, as you kind of look slightly out of the corner of your eye, is completely invisible, but you can feel a heavy pressure on your shoulder.
I just stare at this figure. I don't move towards the shop
Mm-hmm.
or towards the guild.
While they're talking,
Yeah.
kind of look at this figure. And from what I remember last time, this person was able to use simulacrum. So kind of try and determine if this is actually the real one or if this is another simulacrum.
Yeah, give me a
that's
sense
playing with
motive.
us,
Yeah.
or just having fun.
I would like to roll a knowledge arcana to see if. Well, I already feel the evil magic radiating off him. Not
Yeah.
exactly.
I will say, when you are at a certain
No
point
contest.
in your level, it just gets
11.
naturally overwhelming. Hey Roman, it's good. You've gotten pretty good at sensing like the heat off people and like blood flow and stuff. You've been
I know the
splattered so
vampire.
often.
That's not gonna help.
Um, But what catches your attention is the fact that this individual, you do notice that their body does have similar markings where their sleeve kind of pulls up and you can see their wrist. You can see the cold looking flesh, and you do see the veins in there that have blackened. If this is simulacrum, that's some impressive detail. Most people wouldn't waste that much time on the design. So your guesstimation is it looks to be the real person? I mean, it could be, but you think it might be the real person.
Okay.
All right, Lord Crump. We'll follow you in.
No. After you. I insist. I don't want you getting any funny ideas.
What are you even here for, might I ask?
I've discovered something. As he starts to kind of lightly push James. James, you feel a knee in the back slightly as it.
I'll just start
surprisingly.
slowly walking to let
It's-
him get his answer out.
Yeah, it's surprisingly at your thigh due to his shortness. So at least it makes you feel a little bit better that you're a lot taller than this guy.
For once, an enemy is shorter than me!
Ham, I assume you're also walking forward.
No,
No?
Mhm.
All right.
Absolutely not.
Give me a grapple contention, please.
Well, I'm not good at those, but I'll roll it.
Oh god, that wasn't even above 10 roll.
No, I
Oh,
rolled like
goodness.
shit.
Oh, I
Crumbs.
know I can't wait. I only have 8. Fucking.
You could crit though still.
Yeah, I
That's
did
not-
it. 26.
Oh, fair.
The grapples
Um,
do not work. Fun fact.
Yeah, as you feel yourself kind of being grabbed, for a second, James, you feel yourself suddenly stopped for a moment, as your body feels strangely almost heavy, almost as you feel yourself slowly losing control of it. Rollerman, you feel nothing, shockingly.
Mhm.
But as you kind of this happens, he goes, I'm here because I have something I'm investigating, and you lot are involved somewhat in it, given what happened in Last Spire and Treasure Cove, I believe. If you're not, I'll let you go free with some information that may save your life. So he kind of turns back and looks at Ham and goes, and if you are involved, well, I'll kill you too and the prince there, and then remove your existence from this town.
All right.
Not a goddamn prince. Not a goddamn.
He looks back at Ham as Ham, you feel yourself grappled and beginning to slightly float off the ground. This is, for reference, a higher rank version of Mage Hand.
Everyone calls me a prince. I'm a sage, not a prince.
I will say, you just see Ham is like almost an invisible hand is like dragging him over as he's saying this. As Crump
I'm happy
smiles.
to answer
Mhm.
whatever questions I actually can about the 2 incidents.
He nods and goes, You will. Ah, thank you. As he laid open, or as one of the larger bodyguards he has, it looks almost like this hairy silverback gorilla stood up on its hind legs in full plate. It seems to glimmer in green colorium. Kind of opens the door for you as he walks through. As you look around, a few of the other carts seem to have other members of the Crump family that one you unfortunately recognize as the very loud ant that you had seen all the way back in Terra's capital of Manos Grove.
She was bitchy.
Yes. Thankfully, as you realize, those carts are not only silenced on the inside, but on the outside as well. So as she seems to be yelling something, it cannot be heard.
James sees this, and Crump being a merchant would understand what dealing with a difficult customer is like. That's the immediate, just smallest flash of that across James's face
Yeah.
upon seeing her.
As you went into the building, seeing Sunhilda herself, or Sunilda herself, being fully wrapped up in what looks to be this adamantine chain. Her grandson is, as you look over, completely brutalized. His body looking like someone smashed it in with their fist. The chest plate he was wearing completely crumpled in. His skull looks to be trampled, and it's not a pretty sight for what
Is
the
he
shop
breathing?
looks like. No.
Okay, he's dead.
Very dead.
Colts and old lady in chains. Not a good start, Crump. Not a
Oh.
good start, Crump.
You say this out loud?
No.
Oh, okay. As Crump kind of brings you in, and one of his bodyguards kind of sets down a chair, the evil again flowing almost completely off of them as well. It doesn't take much to sense their demonic aura due to your eye, James. Um, as he kind of puts chairs out for each of you, stools more or less, he kind of takes he walks over to the desk where the young man's body is laying in the chair and kind of pushes the body out with his hand as he wipes himself on the chair for a moment. Kind of takes a moment dragging it over. And as he does, the sound of the grinding on the wood, he kind of looks at each of you for a moment. Still keeping his grapple on Ham the entire time, not letting him move as he's kind of forcibly planted onto the chair. Crump kind of finally brings his chair over, sits it down, and pops up into it. Being at 3'2", he literally does jump into it, and then just looks at each of you and goes, "Now, I'm gonna speak in perfectly good common, as I don't want my words mixed. You all understand common, correct?"
Aye, we do.
Okay. If I must cast a spell to get the answers, I will make this very clear that they will be very painful, and each one of you will feel something that'll be unforgettable. Let's put it that way. So, as he kind of like twirls a little ring on his finger of his family crest, he goes, "Firstly, how many of you, and please feel free to raise your hands," as he kind of finally lets the spell go on Ham, and goes, "How many of you know about the fiend worm that is underneath the stronghold that we are sitting in?"
James blinks in surprise. This has not been revealed to James.
No, I don't think we know about this at all. So I just stare at him.
Looks over at
Haven't
Roland.
heard.
I had no idea.
He looks back to James and kind of nods with the surprise and goes, "Alright. Second question. What do you know about all of the dead druid groves and the elemental worms?"
Again, nothing. James is surprised to hear about Drew Groves dying. Nothing
have-
about that either.
No idea. I don't follow the news about druid groves.
He nods. He looks over at Ham.
No.
Ham just angrily
No, why would I know that?
nods at that.
We're being questioned about everything that we don't know.
Is this a recent development, or what is this?
There have been tears in the elemental planes all throughout the world, and last year, and these worms are popping up in each of the locations. The fiend worms we've found, currently 4 of them, have been discovered at each of the locations where either the Morans or the Zonde have been doing something. Last one I found, well, the one that we are currently dealing with, rather, that I chased off, was under last Spire until the big light show that happened, and just so happened that I saw a singular airship running for its life. So, it was pretty simple to charter down what's going on. And this answers my question that it wasn't you, but rather what I thought. My dear friend James, I am so sorry
Yes?
for this inconvenience. Allow me to offer you my condolences in the offer of wealth. Spend it as you wish. It's a gift from me to you to ensure no harm has been done to our relations. All that I ask is that in return, you offer me a singular memory that I desire from you and your, well, only one compatriot, as he looks at Ham and kind of just gives a raised eyebrow and then looks back at you. Seems that one wasn't there. I can't tell you of the memory. You won't remember it anyways. And as far as it goes, you'll appreciate the gift that you have. If you
I'd
choose
like to
not
roll a
to,
sense motive to see if I can parse out which memory he's after,
feel free.
given the events he's given.
Yeah. And as he looks at you and goes, and if you or choose not to, you'll have to understand that I will have to take certain precautions.
26?
26. Give me a second to pull up something.
Because even player here is like, what memory could he be after at this point? He's being very vague on purpose with it, which is concerning in the least.
Okay. As you think for a second, honestly, he hasn't really given you any details currently to give you enough to go off of, but it has to be something, as he kind of pointed to Last Spire. The only thing that's involved that's not here, and the only person or in memory that would have gone on that doesn't involve Ham, is what happened to Grom, or Syndra, rather.
Hmm. Or there's also technically the deal to get the fuck out of there with Pride, but I don't think he's
Could
going to
also
judge
be
me for
that.
that one. I'm fine selling my memory. I'm not sure, but Enrollment would have to agree on his own, I do believe, with that.
He looks to
As long as no
Roland,
other damage comes to us.
looks back to you and
And
gives a nod.
he accepts and I decline? Or is this a both sort of situation?
It's unfortunately something I must ask of both of you equally. If you'd rather something other than a gift of wealth, I'm more than happy to provide you something of equal value. It's only fair to a warrior of your standard.
Or what do you have to offer?
I have values and fortunes well beyond your understanding, so rather, how about you name your price? What would you desire? What is your greatest interest? What is worth years of memory, perchance?
Well, I wasn't ready for that question.
Wait, years? Does this help me figure out what the fuck he
Potentially.
wants?
You might just be saying that too.
For the implication again, that still points more towards the idea that he's talking about Syndra, because Syndra's the only companion you had for years before Ham, and Ham is the only memory Ham wouldn't have. That Rollman and James would, but they would, and that would also be about the only memory you can think of that the individual could probably want that he couldn't find out on his own, which would probably be what you've talked to them about and everything they know. So that's for James to kind of put together from there. But go ahead, Roland, as you take a second to think about it.
Hmm.
He looks at you and kind
Do
of
you
smiles. Oh, good.
do you have knowledge of a certain, maybe you could call it a class of martial maneuvers? I had witnessed one once, and I've made a pale imitation of it before, but maneuvers that are powerful enough to injure gods.
He smiles quite widely, almost like the cat who's eaten the canary, as you see his grinning teeth that are quite yellow and serrated and very, very old looking from the rot that's kind of infected them. But as he does, he kind of looks at you and then opens his mouth to speak and goes, I can do you one better. Would you care to know where the original manuscripts are for the training?
So instead of giving it to me, you would have me go find it down myself. Doesn't seem very much like a fair
I
trade.
can give you the exact location and how to get there. I can give you the information for what you'll find and and what protects it. But I cannot regain them myself due to the unfortunate requirements one must fulfill to enter the chambers to retrieve them, and I have no one in my employ who seeks that level of capability such as yourself. So, unfortunately, the best I can offer you is exactly the details to get there. Beyond that, the trials they'll take to get the scripts themselves, that will be for you to discover.
Well, we'll push along your stuff if you do that.
Mm-hmm. Is that all that's I'd be able to obtain from this trade, or?
That is what I can offer you for something so specific, and what you're looking for. I unfortunately am not a man of your arts, and those who I could recommend are mostly either dead, buried, or far beyond your capability of saving. So, if you wish to learn these great forms of fighting, you must go through the same trial the fighters did that wrote them. Best I can offer is the directions, the traps, and the information on how to open the door. But once you open it, your discoveries are your own.
Well, I think I can agree to that.
He nods and goes, I will have the information delivered to you by the end of the week. You have my word.
Now, about my price. I have a favor instead of monetary.
He
If
nods.
you're incapable of doing it, then I'd be fine with whatever you can suggest. One of my ships was taken by one of the groups you mentioned, and I know roughly where they're at. I can't make it there in time, but it seems you can move faster than me.
He nods.
Get them freed and send them on their way.
Would this be the Narden Company?
Yes, it would.
I can save them. I can't save the child that you lost. I can tell you where the child is being held. I can give you the exact information on why they want him. Beyond that, I can't do much for him specifically. He's beyond my powers.
Is that all together then, for the information on the child and saving Nar-in-law?
I can do that. I think that'd be fair, given what's going to happen.
I can take that. Nar-in-law's too, well, worth it to lose.
By the end of the month, they'll be returned to you. The ship may not be in the best condition, but I can promise you anything that they were captured with will be returned.
Objects can be repaired.
He nods and gives a slight bow as he does, and then holds out his hands and goes, Gentlemen, shall the deals be sealed?
Oh, I will shake his hand, knowing that this might screw Grom.
He looks to Rollman, holding his hand out.
I don't have much of a choice unless if I want things to go smoothly.
True.
I'll shake his hand.
Okay. As you shake his hand, Rollman, both of you instantly feel your minds blanken, and you feel your consciousness beginning to fade. Please give me fortitude saves.
This is a spell!
It is.
Bop, bop, bop.
I know, Ham's just sitting here looking at the
Mhm.
richest man and one of the most wanted men as well from the fucking blacklist.
Damn it.
Sitting across from him doing a deal with.
Ham, shut up. I'm doing this to save our lives.
Well, that's
All
not
right.
great.
Both of you find yourselves falling unconscious as your minds are overwhelmed and the
shmee.
visions are taken. What was that, Roland?
I said honk shmee.
Yep. As you
Please
start
do.
kind of sleeping and falling to the ground, kind of collapsing, Crump just looks over at Ham and goes, "No,
Oh wait, hold on.
what's
I
up?"
cannot be magically put to sleep. I'm an elf.
Ah, that's true. And that you also can't be affected by the secondary effect, if I remember right. Let me double check that though. 'Cause are you half elf or full elf?
Half.
Okay, let me double check.
Oh, so this is an enchantment. I get a +2 on the save.
Oh, okay. Well, if you do, then you will have just met, so that does succeed. But let me double check, 'cause I think you're immune to paralysis.
No.
No, you're not. Okay. Then give me a secondary. Give me a second to find my spell again, because I just closed it when you said that. Give me another. This is a fortitude save. Perfect. Cool.
Okay.
Same DC, so 25.
Oh, you don't need to roll again.
Oh, no, you do. Yeah, you have to roll again.
Okay.
Because if you succeed, because I'll just assume for right now the 23 will keep it as is, but yeah.
So plus 16, not plus 14. It's still the spell effect, right?
Correct, yes. It's just the secondary effect of the same spell.
Yeah,
Oh,
26.
fuck. Alright, Rollman, as you feel your mind kind of burning for a moment, like one of the worst kind of hangovers and headaches you've ever had, you hear Eric kind of looks at you and gives a smile almost eerily as his eyes flash purple, and then he looks over at Ham and goes, well, he won't be able to speak for a moment, I imagine, as he kind of eyes Rolliman and looks back over at Ham again and goes, so, young Ham, I have a request of you. One that is better not heard from the other two, and as it looks like they're not feeling well, looking at James's collapsed body. I
My guy
think
death
this
pose.
is a perfect time to discuss this.
I will hear you out, but understand I usually don't deal with the. I look him I was gonna say up and down, but like down and down at that height.
Yeah, 3'2".
The evil type.
He nods and goes, oh, it's nothing evil. I would never ask you to break your code. That would be just wrong of me. Plus, you're too weak to be a pawn of mine. This is more advice to keep you and those two alive. Make sure they never go near the individual they have forgotten again. As well as, when the King's Moot begins, keep the doors to the throne room locked. You'll save more lives, and James will do quite well if you manage to do that, and you will still achieve the same goal. Should you not, well, I can't guarantee you and Rolliman will survive.
Do you think I'm
Ham,
asleep?
Yeah, he does. He's fully just thinks you're
Okay.
just like completely out of it.
Ham stares at him, kind of wondering how the fuck am I to keep them away from someone who I don't know who they are.
That's also true.
He just looks at you and
You
kind of
won't know who we
smiles
forgot.
and goes, trust me, you'll know when the news arrives. They'll receive a letter with a frosted piece of snow on it, and when they do, ensure that James refuses to open it. Spook him with magic, spook him with fear, whatever you must do. You'll survive much longer as a party. Otherwise, as my granddaughter, the one that you all, or the two of them have already met, she has already foretold that, unfortunately, my business will fail if you fail. So, do me this favor, if not him, and I will repay your kindness one day. As he stands up and jumps off the chair, dusts himself off a little bit as James is starting to regain consciousness and snaps his fingers as his men pick up Sanilda and begin to head into the back room. And after a few moments, a couple of sounds of clattering and moving, like pots and pans and vials being broken, the sudden room goes silent, and you hear the Crump caravan out front begin to pull off, leaving nothing but you lot and a corpse in this building.
I'm glad I'm good with the guards.
How curious.
Yep.
As I sit up,
What are you curious about, Roland?
Oh no, I'm just saying it out loud because
okay.
of what you ever heard of the.
So
what can I not remember? No, or do I just not know?
For reference, so anything that involves Syndra or Grom, you just have a blank memory. It's not that the memory of them, that being there. So, like, say a meeting in an office, right, where Syndra was there. Mm-hmm. You remember the meeting. You don't remember anything Syndra said. So everything is now like as someone else has kind of filled that gap. A random individual from the crew that kind of just ends up there. Most of the time, it seems to be Glitter Rock, from what you can tell.
Okay.
So I have exactly one memory they don't of talking to Cinder for like 5 seconds as Ham.
Yep. And Crump did not realize that.
Yes, I win.
So true. But now, as you
Well,
kind of find yourselves in the room, go ahead.
that fits to my guess. As I go through and go, huh? Well, shit.
Don't touch anything. I'll be right back. As I go start walking to the guild.
Yeah,
Don't contaminate
yeah.
this crime scene.
I'll go report this as, I guess, party leader in a sense. I don't know.
You're the party leader to them, so
Part
have
leader of the
fun, buddy.
adventuring, I guess.
You're right. Are you going to the Ursa Slayers Guild and Inn, or the Black Rose Rogue
Hmm.
Guild and Inn?
Ursa.
Okay.
I never went to Black Rose.
Oh,
I have no
that's
reason
right.
to.
Okay. As you run off, leaving Rollman and James kind of sitting in there. Okay. Rollman and
Roland,
James will
by the
kind of
way-
go ahead. Yeah, that's I was gonna say we're gonna pop to you while Ham starts running off.
Yeah, Roland, by the way, I will need your assistance with something tomorrow morning.
What?
I have a delivery that's going to probably get rough. We're going to need those boots we found back in the Stone Giant lands.
Will it turn off your racial abilities?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know where those are. Probably in the hall somewhere. Man on me.
Oh, I know where they are. I'm going to need your help getting them on the delivery.
Okay. So you're delivering a person? That's interesting.
As you kind of hear the
Possible.
door of the
Slave
shop. Yeah, as you kind of hear the door of the shop crack open, as the door literally crumbles in, and you see Glitterrock walk in his full armor once more.
Oh.
Ah, hello, Gutterrock.
And looks at you lot and goes, "I do apologize, Captain. I got caught up in a little snag. There's another vampiric house here that I was investigating into, and well, it seems you've already met them." He kind of looks you up and down and looks over at the bar.
The Crumps.
He nods and goes, "Yeah, they're not a big fan of my lineage. I'll explain it later in full to you at some point, but I hope you'll understand that I'm being a little bit quiet 'cause with the King's Moot going on, you got too much on your plate right now."
Mm-hmm.
Your
Be
secrets
careful
are
around the
yours until
crump.
you feel like sharing them.
He nods
The,
and
As
goes,
Angel stand up.
The head of the house was kind of just here.
"Oh, I know. He's about 2 miles down beneath us, going through one of the large cave openings, and what I assume is the big mine with the massive fiend worm down there, which is actually what I came to tell you about to explain something."
Oh, you did tell us about
He
that.
mentioned that and tried to ask us what we knew about them.
Yeah, that's kind of my fault. I may have given you a letter that had a secret message on it that I didn't think you would not find. That is on me. I guess I should have made it more clear there was magic involved, but every time you freak out that there's magic involved, so kind of looks
Well,
at you.
given how many times magic letters have tried to kill me, the
No,
chance
it's-
being non-zero.
Well, the short end of it, and I'll give you a full report as I'm still investigating while we're here after the King's Moot, as I think it's going to take me a little bit longer, is the reason I think that demon was in Last Spire. The fiendworm underneath the Snowbeard Kingdom basically acts as a gate to Abaddon. And I think what they're trying to do is capture it and basically make it so their entire clan can come back. Though I'm not sure, as I don't know much about the demons that are involved fully, other than what you've explained to us, and kind of what I've overheard in your bugged office. Sorry about that, by the way, but I felt it was kind of needed to know.
As long as you're counter spying for against others, I won't argue.
I'm not telling anyone what I hear, but at the same time, I think it's prudent when you're quartermaster to know everything, as he looks over at Rollman, realizing he's definitely not the first mate. He looks back at you and goes, "But with that being said, the gate is basically, from my understanding of these creatures, is they get bigger, more magic is sacrificed to them. Bloodlines, druids, pretty much anything. And the bigger the gate, the stronger the demon that comes through. Similar to what are their cousins, the elemental worms of the Age of Fae, that have thankfully gone extinct."
Apparently, those are coming back too.
Mentioned some dead Guru droves. Oh wow. I think I fucked that
Grew
sentence
it
up.
droves.
Druid
Roland put
droves!
down Cinder's pipe. I know you stole it from her to smoke, man.
Hey,
Come
man.
on now.
Well, I don't know who you're talking about, so
It's
Looks like I
true.
could really use that fucking buff to wisdom.
I don't remember when I got this thing, but
Right?
Cameron, you can't afford to lose the int. I'm sorry.
No, Roland can't. But no.
yeah, you mentioned dead druid groves
Kind of nods at that and goes,
and some ultimate plane shenanigans or something.
Elemental
Yeah.
worms are coming through, apparently.
Yeah.
"That's worth investigating on our own. I imagine we're getting a letter to another group that's strong enough to do so." I have heard rumors. There's a group that's going into training. I have connections in the far east, or far west, rather. A friend of mine who serves as a merchant mentioned in passing while I've been out something about a group going to handle a large group of powerful worm creatures. So I assume that they may be a good group to reach out to. I'll forward a letter if you'd like to try and get them involved in this, assuming they survive.
May as well. Getting more hands into this pot might be the better answer.
Yes, Ham, it is exactly who you think. No, it is. It is actually them. It's not Tylo,
That's
but it's the group
fucking
Tylo's fucking dragging around. Yep.
Tylo's
yeah.
the plug for info. I have a direct line to Tylo.
No, it's the
Fucker
unfortunate
claims.
sons.
Fucker claims he's an alcohol dealer. No, he's a fucking info broker for like
Right.
the whole world.
But as Glayrock kind of continues, he goes, "If I can get them involved, I'll do that. But otherwise, I think it might not be a bad idea to start looking to track down some people we can put into a mission of this scale. Well, I don't doubt we could deal with it." As he looks, eyes roll him in, and again looks back to James and goes, "I do doubt we would survive an encounter like that with our full numbers. So, unless you plan to build an
I-
army."
No, last time I tried that, you saw the outcome.
Nods. "I think a better option is to let Crump Sr. kill the creature, as the Crumps don't like these fiend worms any more than anybody else does, as yeah, the people they once served have an oath that they can't go against. So, but that does mean that the King's Moot will be heavily invested with demons, most likely, for the next, and probably until then, the city as well."
Yes, and given some information I'm going to...
Is it-
Given what I am guessing, and with all these dead clans popping up, that might be a part of it.
Is it possible that we could get rid of the fiend worm before the King's Moot so that there wouldn't be demons floating it?
Can you kill a fiend worm?
No, I'm not saying in us specifically, but could we sponsor or put out some sort of
The
get someone else to
information
help
is
deal with it?
unvalidated, and the reward would probably bleed us dry.
Adventures of that capability, I mean, they're hard to come by. I know of two, but none. They're on the other side of the world. They're planning to head to the Dark Continent soon. I might be able to ask a few of the house heads and see if they know of anyone. There might be a few snowbeards that are hidden amongst, but
Or maybe there's someone or whoever might deal with the elemental ones as well might want to deal with the
Well,
fiend
those are
one as
caused by
well.
elemental tears. We'd require many magical capable people to close them, I guess.
necessarily to his point, the party that's far to the west is in training. They won't be ready for at least another year before we'll see anything from them. Heroes
Oh, that's a dead
capable
end.
of this grand level are, I hate to say it, Crump Senior himself, and a few of those on the most wanted list. Unless one of you happens to know some powerful lich or something like that can teleport the damn thing, I don't think there's a chance we have in hell. Well, actually, that's not true. We could, and we're gonna cut there to go to Ham.
Smash
Ham.
cut!
Yeah, right? Ham, as you're vibing, walking down the street, give me a spot check as you feel yourself being watched.
Alright. I'm okay at these.
You got good eyeballs?
Only a little. Just a
Ain't
smidge.
fucking balling.
Just a pinch.
I rolled a 6, but that's alright. 29?
As you kind of look about, you notice what looks to be a strange looking, rather lean Goliath that's rather thickly muscled for as lean as their body seems to be, about 8 feet in height, carrying what looks to be rather large gauntlets on the ends of their hand, or at the end of their hands, as well as a massive hammer that looks similar to what James's smithing hammer does. Um, the individual kind of looks to be following you, not wearing really anything other than pants. Their chest and everything completely exposed bare, as they seem completely unbothered. Their head shaved, and some strange runic tattoos kind of carved all up and down their body. It is
Am,
not Kaijin.
am I being followed by the fucking what was he, Gorim?
Nope.
That would be funny.
Gorim following me?
Nope.
Okay. Like, that's really weird that we learn about this most wanted guy. He just shows up. It's like, what the fuck?
No.
Wait a minute, Odger Senior.
Nope.
God, I hope not.
But as you kind of notice this person, every time you kind of start walking down, taking a turn, they seem to be on your heel. And they're not hiding it very well, though they look to be trying to, as every time you look back, they look away and start whistling.
Mm.
Would you like to have a conversation over tea or something?
You
Polite.
kind of, I assume, just stop in the middle of the road saying this.
Yeah, if he just wants a polite conversation, I don't mind.
He's a fan.
She turns and
She's
looks
a
at
fan.
you and goes, "Ah, yes. Hey, I know of a great shop in town. Follow me."
Very well.
As
Definitely
she,
led down an alley to go get killed.
as she takes you down a dark, very terrifying alley. Exactly. Are you following him?
Yeah, okay.
As you kind of
We lost
see
Ham that
the
day.
guild at the end of the street and kind of look at it for a second, then just decide to follow after her, heading down this alley. There are broken boxes, some rats running about, alcohol kind of spread throughout. What looks to be someone overdosing on some sort of drug, as their eyes turn red and their nose begins to bleed. A weird red plant kind of sticking out of their mouth that seem as they kind of chew on it. Person kind of continues to lead you past this and down into what looks to be the slums, about after another 5 minutes of walking, into what looks to be this almost chicken wired hobbled together shack. As you walk in, though, is the most elegant tea shop you've ever seen. There are marble tilings on the floor, a very soft carpet that you are almost immediately greeted with upon walking in, beautiful pillars of art, someone playing a very relaxing piano that you've never seen one of these objects outside of a few of the very few nobles who could afford them. And what looks to be a long, almost bar with a huge botanical tea setup, as a elder, what looks to be creature you're not really familiar with. The best you describe it is a very tall gray elf with long white hair, and red eyes, kind of wiping a cup. Their sigil kind of vested on their chest. Well, two rather. One that looks to be some sort of rose, and another that looks to be similar to something you've seen in a book, but you can't quite place the symbolism, as it seems to be kind of strange almost to the design of it. Very foreign and alien almost. That the individual's eyes kind of glitter red, and you see immediately two large fangs kind of sticking out of their mouth, as they give a smile as you walk in. The individual that kind of led you in here kind of walks over to one of the booths and sits down, as you suddenly feel or see an invisible servant bring over a couple of menus and place them in front of you with a bunch of very ancient and very rare teas, all with no prices listed.
Just got walked into the noble version of a speakeasy.
Basically,
Right.
yeah. As the lady seems to
You
smile.
got some hooch.
seems to order a what is called a red Lazarus flower tea, and kind of hands back the menu, looking at you, waiting to see what you order. As you look down, there are thousands. They're all in different languages, and unfortunately, the only three you recognize is one. Because I believe you know what primitive and common.
Primitive, common.
Terran, Ignan, Aquan.
Oh yeah, I speak all the elemental languages. I speak like 6 languages.
Oh, actually, that makes it easier if you do the elemental languages because there are translations, thankfully, here. Um,
Yeah.
the one that catches your eye most is the House Svant Special, as you recognize that name immediately, as it is very famous throughout history as the vampiric noble house from the Age of Fae.
Yeah, I thought it was some shit. Sure, I'll order it.
As you kind of see that, ordering it as the menu is taken away. A few moments go by of almost an awkward quiet as the tea is finally delivered, steaming, and thankfully, it looks to be quite beautiful. The smell of jasmine strong, with a little bit of a mixture of something else in there that kind of catches your attention. An almost dream like lily like smell to it, but you don't sense a drug inside of the tea itself. As the lady across from you kind of female Goliath across from you kind of just drinks it, her tea, and downs it almost in one gulp as she smiles at you.
I have a sip of mine,
So
and then I say,
mm-hmm.
well, you already know me, clearly, but introductions are still kind. Bartholomew Blackinge, a pleasure.
She smiles and goes, "I've had tea with your great grandsire, I believe. Oh, what was? How close relation are you to the founder of your bloodline?"
Um, Close, as far as I know. I'm the last sage, I guess.
She smiles and nods. And goes, "Oh, my apologies. I'm Dulka of the House of Svent. Youngest daughter to the Lady of Svent."
And what can I do for you today?
She smiles at you and goes, "Oh, down to business. That makes my life much easier. I'm a merchant, to tell you the truth. A tradesman by my craft." As she pats the large hammer on her back a few times and looks at you and goes, "And it's because of that I've taken an interest in you lot. But that's not why I'm here today, unfortunately. My mother sent me and has asked me to make a request of the Ironheart Merchant Company. Apparently, your merchant company is becoming quite famous. I mean, the fact that you're getting entwined with the oldest noble houses in history that still exist on this plane, quite impressive."
Kind of narrow my eyes that she's here for business when she approached me. The only one that doesn't have a say in the business the Ironhearts do.
Well, she don't know that.
Nope.
Which means you're
Uh-huh.
gonna have to direct her.
Now, my mother has requested a simple two things. One, in the one that you have on your crew named Glitterrock needs to be returned to us. He is a traitor, unfortunately, and has to suffer the punishment we promised. Him and his daughter. We've already thankfully got her. And then the second thing, we have a request for your Kingsmoot, if you're willing to indulge us. It's more of an adventuring job. I figured, as the semi-leader of your adventuring branch of the company, it'd be better to approach you for this discussion and see if this would be an offer you might be interested in.
Well, it doesn't hurt me to hear your pitch, at least.
Exactly. And you get free tea at one of the greatest, noblest speakeasies, as it were, in the territories of Krikek. Uh, and just think, if you bring James here, he'll be nothing but delighted. They even have rooms up above if you're looking for a stay, though it is expensive, I should warn. Cost me almost an arm. Oof. As she kind of gives a smile after that and kind of goes,
That
"Anyways,
sounds literal.
my request,
From
or rather my mother's request. Um, there is an individual in the territories that is feeding the devilish creature down below, and we want you to well, remove them. Imagine they're going to be of interest to you, anyways. And regardless, as she looks at you and goes, "A Sister Malvexa." Yes, I know. Shut up. This was decided. This was set up before you guys went and did this.
That's so funny.
That's funny, bro.
That's so funny.
I'll explain context for those viewing as we get there. Don't worry. But as she looks at you and goes, "I want her removed as she's blocking the way for our research into an individual fiend that we believe might be responsible for awakening the fiendish creature down below us. If you can do something like that, then, well, I figure between the two of us, we could make a deal on the price. I figure you're interested in information, but you'll probably want to think over what you're going to ask in return for this, so why don't I give you the day, and we return to this spot tomorrow in the evening, same time, have a drink, enjoy ourselves, and I can be introduced to your, patron," as she kind of chooses her words quite carefully there.
I do have a question before we leave.
Please.
This will be much easier to ask, as you admit you're the business type.
Yes.
While hunting down traders is respectable, everyone has a price for everything. What's the price to not kill this one? Speaks of Glitter Rock, of course. He is quite useful, you understand.
Well, a deal probably could be worked out. As is, you'll eventually die, so will James, and so will Rolliman and your crew, and vanish to history. Well, Glitter Rock will
Yes.
live on. We could take him afterwards, but I'm not the one you'd have to convince, unfortunately. It'd be my mother, and if you wish to meet with her, well, I'd recommend coming with good news of a job done first.
Yes, of course. I simply ask that you at least give us time to do that and then carry the message over of our interest.
I can agree to that. I mean, you've been so charitable to come with me when I'm nothing but a stranger to you, and you probably sense that I would have killed you in a second, given your abilities, so I think that's doable.
Yes, I figured there was a high chance this was a trap, but what's life without a little risk?
Oh, wasn't a trap. I just didn't want to have to kill you in the open. That would have been terrible.
Understandable.
She smiles and goes, "But with that, you're welcome to leave or stay. I have my own duties to take care of, as some of the nobles do. Seek my audience, unfortunately, as it is. Not for vampiric business before you worry about the king's mood. I'm a world-renowned crafter," as she kind of like takes the little straps that hold up her pants and kind of snaps them slightly, and smiles at that.
Of course. What time would you have us here tomorrow?
Let's say the evening, when the sun goes down, the moon is high in the sky. Should be clear enough for you.
Very well.
She smiles and goes, "Enjoy your evening," as she gets up and starts to walk off and heads out, vanishing as the door closes.
Yep. I'll finish my tea, and then I'm off to actually do the guild report, and then back to my party.
You can add a temporary +1 to your con as you finish your tea.
Wow, great tea.
Oh, sick.
Hey, cool. Good news. It turns out the Speakeasy of Tea actually offers valuable drinks that have effects.
Probably
And
cost
I want to
expensive.
go to that tea shop now. I'm going to become Uncle Iroh.
Right? As
Except I will never call it hot leaf juice.
God damn it. As you head out, Ham, and kind of heading out of the speakeasy, finding your way back to the alley, a couple of people watching you as you exit it, but the merchants otherwise ignoring you as you do. Heading down to the guild, is there anything specific? Oh, well, I know you're planning to pick up the extra quests while you were there. Because
Yeah, this is the time I'd be able to actually grab them as Ham.
Yeah, so kind of grabbing them as much as you can, and then what are you gonna give in your report? Because it's mostly just a written report when you show up. They just hand you paperwork to kind of fill out.
Yeah, it's just I'm going to make sure to include the complications, such as far as we know, the guy who put the quest up was already dead when we accepted, which really complicates things.
Okay.
And the shop was
The-
ransacked by.
No, I'm just gonna. That's totally not part of the quest. Just he's dead, the son's dead, and as far as we know, God knows what's gonna happen to the mother. So the reward is complicated now.
Well, don't they have to put up the reward ahead of time?
Oh, yeah, they
Well,
do.
the reward is at discount.
Yeah, the reward is a discount.
So,
Oh, right, yeah.
as you kind of fill this out, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, and I'll let you know what the results are right afterwards. As the DM has to do something really quickly. So we'll be back in a moment. All right, we're back. We're back. Thank you all for the patience for at home, even though it was a millisecond. The players, I appreciate you for always being patient with me for business stuff. We had to send an email out real quick just to make sure that got out before we forgot to. So where was I? Yes. Ham, as you fill out this form, kind of explaining the complication, like you said, of the individual not only being dead by the time you'd gotten there, but now that making it kind of a complexity of also who's paying for the discount and officiating discount.
The upside, even if we're not paid, we did complete the quest.
No, yeah. And as you kind of fill this out, give me a either diplomacy or a bluff check, please.
I am much better at one than the other.
That's fair.
Let's diplomacy. I built to talk, not to lie.
I also figured intimidate wouldn't help given you're talking to a level 12 barbarian. So
Bluff ain't
Also,
lying.
I'm one of the least intimidating looking races I could possibly be.
you are adorable. It's true.
27 diplomacy.
27 diplomacy. And or as you fill this out, he kind of looks it over and goes, "Well, I can't give you a discount given what we've heard about the shop being taken under control of the Crumps, and so the Crumps now hold everything. But the Crumps did pay for the job." As he looks it over and kind of files it away into a book, and looks over at you and goes, "Would you be willing to take the payment? I've been addressed to basically ask you that, or they'll pay you in coin."
Cameron, would you say I'd say Ham's picked up that James doesn't want to rock the boat when it's not necessary.
Correct.
I'd say yeah, he'll just take the payment. Yeah.
Smiles and goes, "Perfect." As he kind of leans down picks up this really heavy wooden box that has a bunch of like iron locks around it, and pulls off a key from around his neck and starts opening it. And he goes, "This is an ancient family relic, according to what they told me, and they said to give it to whoever turned in the quest after what happened because, and I quote, they stopped the catastrophe that probably would have caused Stronghelm to be eaten by a giant worm. We have no reports of a worm in the area, so I have no idea what he's talking about. But it doesn't matter as he finishes the last lock, it opens up, and you see beautiful gloves that have the what looks to be a red snake scales all around them, and seem to be beautifully each arcanely engraved with runes. Recognizing these as gloves of dexterity +2. And these are a permanent item. These are not a temporary item as you look them over, Ham.
Huh. All right. Can I? What would I roll? So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be a praise, but my class specifies that when I use my shifter kind of state, it rips gloves I'm wearing asunder.
Okay.
Can I roll on like if this would tear? Because I'd hate to fight once and it breaks.
I can confirm outright. With the fact these are permanent, these are fully magically created. They will adjust with your size.
Okay, so they'd make like claw holes to let the claws come out and not be ripped.
Correct. The only downside is they will attune to you. So in a sense that like they will be like stuck to your skin. It'll feel like a second skin when you put them on, basically.
I'm not going to be able to
grow out.
You're not going to be able to remove them without 24 hours of work and whatever requirement for the specific item. Because each item of like roughly to your knowledge, being around James and seeing his many books at this point of merchant catalog, items that have a permanency boost are so rare because they're an ancient art that are basically it's lost to the current era. And they usually have a downside to them. Many of them it's that their attunement their unattuning takes a lot of work to remove them because there's a very specific ritual you have to do. It's not dangerous, it's just a lot of work.
I remember, because you made this big hoopla about Raider when he found the +4 int item, and you were like, yeah, it's a really rare item. It was just an int belt. And I'm like, wow, all right, I'll take it.
And the fact that these are a permanency item, you've never seen items like or an item like this besides what James has
This
managed
means
to
I can
craft.
examine them and, make permanency items that are better instead of the hodgepodge I've been
Yeah.
doing.
Ham Ham will gently pick them up. He's not going to put them on yet.
Okay.
Uh, and yeah, Ham will basically say he'll be back because they're going to go on another quest probably within the next day or two. And hopefully they'll be back with good news.
He nods as he kind of pushes over the extra files that you had asked for. You see the large stack of extra like side jobs that are just available from the guild.
Ah, good. Love options. So I'll just take what I can, and I'll go back to the party.
You take the gloves, had taken the paperwork, and heading off, heading back to where the party is. We jump back about another 10 or so minutes past Rolliman and James as you kind of sitting there, Glitter Rock kind of still talking to you. Kind of giving a general gist of what he's been doing in the background, and as you learn, he's been investigating not only these fiend worms that he sensed one in the area and was curious about it, but his family's bloodline, specifically his vampiric bloodline, was in trouble. For his daughter is a key to specifically keeping it alive. Not in the meaning that she has to have children, in the meaning that if she is killed, she is like his basically phylactery. He will die. So she, as he explains, is permanently youthful while he gets to be a permanent, basically lich vampire.
Wow, what a fun family
Well,
drama you have.
that would explain why when we bumped into her, she said she didn't have a father.
He nods and goes, "Yes, to keep the house's fans from tracking me, as every vampire finds themselves able to be watched by them, and some even taken over if the weak-willed. I had to make a dealing with an individual that allowed me to create a separate form of my vampirism. I'm not a master vampire, as you would think. I am technically a low-rank servant, but I am independent from my master due to this request and requirement. Understand, I tell you this, James and Roman, out of pure trust that you'll understand when I say I must not stay with you right now and must continue my investigations to ensure my continuation is not faltered."
Oh yes, it would be pretty bad if you died. You're a good
It would be terrible
quartermaster.
for me, and I'd feel bad if you passed.
He nods at that and smiles, and I appreciate that. And in exchange, I have found something for both of you that I will be giving you for the inconvenience. One is I found the information on a lead where a supposed ancient individual who created the god slaying manuscripts are, as he looks to Rollman. I know where they might be, and I think I have an understanding of some of the burial rites that they would have put in, mostly the traps.
It's
Uh,
unfortunate. I just, made a deal for that, but it's good to have a second reference.
and looks at you and goes, "Made a. I had okay. I had to.
Crump. It was Crump.
I gave up a
Make
soul
deal or
coin for that
die.
information."
They won't go to waste. It's good to have a cross reference.
He nods and goes, "That's true. Maybe we'll learn something more that in one case that we didn't know in the other. That's true." And he looks to James and goes, "The other thing is, I've found the information on why these ancient houses have suddenly started popping up. It turns out
That's
it's not a dealing in some sort of magical spell or ritual that's bringing back undead. There's someone going around finding bloodlines and basically realizing individuals are nobles and giving them payment and backing them income wise. He goes by something darkened bee, black bee, something like that."
Bright Bee.
Looks at you and goes, "Ah, yes, that was it. He's the one he found some sorcerer, wizard, I guess, a mage that he's employed that can awaken bloodlines. Just basically going around finding nobles that are willing to take on debt from the company and basically back them for the chance of a kingsman. He's got like 5 backers at this point."
Yes,
You
but the sad
know,
thing is, he's a giant. He can't, by dwarven law, be the king of the dwarves. So It'll
We could
be.
interrupt this. We do have a way to enlighten or bring out bloodlines as well. You remember, James?
Yes, we do. I can't touch the water, and I don't recommend you touch it either, but
Glitterrock looks at you and goes, "That we could get a couple vials of it.
we have some vials still on the ship.
Technically, I know if James drinks it, I believe he'll awaken his old Mornslayer bloodline, but that might be more of a problem for all of us than we'd want, given what I've
Yeah.
learned."
What I'm
There's
more
that, and as
suggesting
I
here.
tap the false eye,
What was
I
that,
might
Roman?
end up mixing this with too much.
If he's offering this as a service to get people on his side, what if we just pass it out as, ourselves, maybe even cheaper, and so that way he can't earn a favor anymore. And the people that he did get the favor, we can probably help them out of it.
Undercutting his business,
Mm-hmm.
undercutting someone's business is, well, Merchant 101. Good job, Roman.
Glitterrock kind of looks at you and goes, "Yes, but I don't know if we can deal with the individual who owns it. That druid guy was a pretty strict guy for the one who bought it off you. I mean, when you told him he could have it and run a druid grove there, as he looks at you, as you remember suddenly that to the player, Syndra is no longer in your memory."
That's true. Yeah, I don't remember who that, or what.
Was
What is Roman remembering about this?
Both of you recall the druid that was there, the individual NPC that was helping, that didn't help you guys, that Syndra recruited
Yeah.
to basically protect it as the
It was like the
individual.
sword guy or whatever.
Yep, the individual that James gave the land to, basically to protect in his name.
That's
yeah,
true.
but
We can try and negotiate with him again, but
No, it's
I'll have to reach out and see if they're willing.
Glairock looks between all of you and goes, "But that is what I've found as far as it goes. But now I'll continue my own research until the King's Moot when we're leaving this dastardly flippin' place." As he looks about the room.
Oh, yes, all of my memories of home are being soured.
I mean, your home getting blown up and that random winter storm coming in. It's a whole issue.
Ah, yes, and then and then nothing of interest happening at dear treasure port.
I do have also some other news I was going to tell you. As he kind of thinks about that at that memory, uh, as you see Ham kind of walking in through the now cracked in half door that's crumbled into the ground, and Glitterrock kind of looks over at Ham and kind of nods at him, kind of continues as he goes. Syndra Grom rather has made contact with the Bronzebeards and supposedly been captured. From my understanding, there was a coup amongst the Bronzebeards and it didn't go very well.
Uh, well, as it will be, I guess.
you're not gonna. I just look at James confused. You're not confused as to why it's some random. Why are you asking about a random person?
He looks
Or
at you
mentioning
and
a random
goes,
person?
"No, the spy you lot sent down there." As you suddenly remember Stan Standerson now in Syndra's place.
Something funky is going on with my memory. I think Rowan might know something now.
James is just
If you
assuming
want
that
to roll a will
that
save
it's the
for it, Roman, go
figure.
ahead.
Can
'Cause-
I as well at this point? Because
If you want
What
to
do you want
chance
to roll?
it, yeah, feel free. You want to go back on a deal with Crump, that's on you.
This isn't. Hey, hold on. This is not going on
This
back
is
in
a-
a deal.
he
He
just
didn't
said he
mention
wanted to
that.
buy the memory. He didn't say that we weren't allowed to try to remember.
That's true. That's true.
Look, he should have seen this coming, considering James has documentation about this person.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you? How many people have broken into James's fucking info office?
Look, man,
At
if
this
all the
point-
names are
Many.
crossed out, then that's unfortunate.
He's also, although Grum is technically wearing one of my finer works.
Yep.
So
But you can both roll
I stole
will
it.
save. Yeah.
is this
Is
a
it a wisdom save?
Will save.
will save? Is this counting as a spell?
Correct.
31.
Okay. You're still below my DC to remember, so it's fine.
Still below.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Do you know? Do you realize what my my caster level is on Corrupt Senior?
It's,
It's
not
fu-
based on caster level.
The save is, yeah, it is.
No, it's based off your wisdom.
It's
Or
based
your
off the
casting
cast
stat.
stat.
Yeah, it's it's DC. It's fucking 10 plus caster level. Yeah.
Nope.
I'm pretty
No,
sure.
otherwise my spell saves would be horrid.
I will stop the entire game. Fucking thing. Alright. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Must be a good time for an ad break if I had ads.
Mhm.
Alright. DC of 10 plus level spell. Ah, plus your bonus for relevant ability, intelligence. Oh, okay, so there you go. You say I told you so. I will smite James.
No,
All right.
nothing.
Let me see. Let me do my calculation. All right. So modifier plus spell level. James, you still fail by 4.
That's fine. Wow.
And that's without my extra mods for the spell stuff because I don't want to calculate all the spells I can have cast on Connell, Crump Senior at a fucking individual prep. So, assumedly the save would be a little higher. But where was I? I forgot. Let me find my fucking notes.
Attempting to remember Grom.
No, I know that. Let me find my notes for what I was doing with the other character. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Yes, as both of you try to recall the individual, you begin to feel yourselves almost, a slight pain in your head, like a headache beginning to form, as the memory doesn't seem to come forward, almost like as if something seems to be blocking it, strangely enough. But as you kind of sit there and think for a second, as nothing comes forth, both of you will take 1 point of force damage. Um,
Owie,
as fucking Glitterrock looks to both of you, seeing a slight nosebleed come from both of you, and kind of stops, or looks at Ham, and then looks back both of you and goes, "Are you feeling all right?"
Fine. Don't seem to remember the individual you're naming, which is a problem for later. I'm going to put it off because dealing with it here now, as I look back at the corpse, seems like a bad idea.
It's still in the room.
Looks
I'm
at that.
curious why they don't want us to know about this individual.
Glitterrock looks at the corpse, just kind of realizing it's there now, and looks back at you and goes, "I wonder why the guards haven't shown up."
Oh no, maybe they got paid off or something. We can go back to the ship though. We have nothing else in town, I presume. Ham, you've returned. Any news?
Bad news.
Oh well, I don't like bad news.
We'll
Kinda-
have to deal with it.
I look at Glitterrock though, who no one has told Ham who this is. By the way, I've
He's
just
the
seen him around.
quartermaster.
He doesn't know that.
He's
I
the
know
This is
quartermaster.
Glitterrock, my quartermaster. He set off to do some personal errands and checks in with me every time he sees me.
Oh, you're
He looks at you confused with a raised eyebrow and goes,
So
"You always greet
I
people
got
like that?"
followed. I got followed by someone. While I was on the way to the guild, they introduced themselves as from the House of Svant.
He goes pale, more pale than usual as he hears that name.
And I'm afraid to tell you, they claim to have your daughter.
He looks at James and looks back at him and looks back at James.
But there's a silver lining. They're willing to talk business to hand over your contract, so to speak, if we complete a job.
Raises an eyebrow and looks at James and goes, The House of Svant doesn't deal fairly. Don't trust this.
They want someone called Malvexa dead.
Oh,
And while the representative cannot promise to hand over Glitterrock's contract, she has said that their leader, so to speak, her mother, would look quite fondly upon a better dealing if we delivered.
Glitterrock looks
They want
scared
they
at
want
that.
they want to meet the three of us. Luckily, not you, Glitterrock. Tomorrow for tea.
Okay. Nods at that and looks at you, James, and goes, "My advice is if the lady calls, you don't turn her down."
She did promise she would make sure nothing happened to your daughter as long as we were in talks or the mission gets complete.
He nods. Well, I can't speak for anything he's seen or anything else, but I can say if he speaks truth about the House Fant reaching out. Dear James, I do apologize, but your life is forfeit if you try to defend me and she's not happy. She's far stronger than Crump Sr., and she makes Movasi look like a child, is the best way I could put it.
I'll do my best though for you still.
Well, she's vindictive and a cruel bitch. Trust me, you need to be careful, and I can say that because we're past the 5-minute mark.
She's also convinced I'm in charge for some reason. I kind of just rolled with it.
That's humorous.
Well, you are more or less in charge of the adventuring portion, so what? She wants Malvexa. As James smiles, I may have done something.
She's apparently feeding some giant worm monster.
Wow, that's surprising. We've heard about this giant worm monster mentioned more in the past 5 minutes than ever in my life.
So
My God, who knew
supposedly
worms were such a problem? I guess they must make deserts.
if she's dealt with, apparently the worm hopefully won't, keep doing whatever it's doing.
Well, I think someone's probably actively killing it right now, but I mean, we can take care of them, I guess.
What if I were to theoretically say that I called in a favor Odin that she'll be on the ship tomorrow morning in my office?
Is this what you need the fucking boots for?
Yeah,
I would have liked it sooner.
Well, I've run into them briefly throughout town, and their followers exude evil, and if I don't deal with a cleric myself before the end of the year, this will kill me.
Of course they exude evil. They worship an evil being.
Oh, I know. I looked into it. For my best guess, it's the same thing that appears after.
Hey, it's funny? That's supposed to happen the next day, you idiot.
Oh, sorry.
You know what I've said 3 times this session? That happens the next day, you idiot.
I know, he keeps watching it about this.
God, Roman, why I keep mentioning the worm? It's because of that. He won't get your fucking head otherwise.
Look, I just noted she is an evil god, but she's marked as a cultist. I think that's fair.
Okay, sorry.
God fucking damn it. Does no one pay attention to the narrator?
Well, I pay attention. Probably Cameron doesn't.
I kept my info to the quest paper.
I'll just react to what he was saying, okay?
Yeah, right? How would you know about it? You haven't even seen the fucking paper. God damn it, James, use your brain.
Sorry. Brain fried.
I swear to God, I'll come over there and fry it myself.
It's never fried. We know.
Alright, where was I?
But moving on.
Yeah, no. As you hear the name of Sister Malvexa, it has been rumors around town, and it's not true that James has felt the unholy magic coming off the clerics with the strange sigil. Sister Malvexa is someone who does preach in town, and having seen her and walking through isn't something that would be something that would be likely rather. However, again, as I mentioned, James, to your knowledge, that's about as limited as it is.
Okay. Well, then we'll have to deal with that.
Glitterrock nods at that and goes, I think you all should study and look into this. I'm going to look into seeing how I got found, or how my daughter was found. And then he pulls out a bag of holding and kind of tosses it over to James and goes, the coin, by the way, for the crew. There's around $500,000 in there that's owed to them for the goods that they sent with me with a sell.
All right. I will divvy that up between them. They're all probably going to quit.
He looks at you and shakes his head and goes, "No, that's the gear. They've been saving their money to buy better gear. That's why."
Bless their hearts.
He nods and goes, I'm gonna go on my way, James. If we're seen too much together, I don't think the House of Svant will let you off easily. So I think I'll
I
be
wish
on
you
my
luck.
mission." Nods to Rollman and goes,
Stay safe.
and holds out his hand to Rollman and as he looks at him and goes, "You too, first mate. I'll be coming back for that job once I'm done."
Well, that sounds like a threat.
It is, but a friendly one. And he smiles
Oh,
and turns
well.
and leaves.
I'll have to fight him at his best. Hopefully we don't have to fight. That'd be kind of sad.
Right.
The tragic fight between the quartermaster and the first mate.
That's like the rise on James's crew. You know, you have to actually like kill the person above you.
Exactly.
No!
That is what Rollman
Fucking-
has.
So James, I'm
instated.
sorry. I'm sorry, man.
James
not
didn't know
killing
about
me.
this, but down in the third area where the animals are late at night, there's fight night that happens.
Yeah, there's fight night.
They cast a silent circle and they just beat the crap out of each other to see who's top right.
Look, I'm the reigning champion. All right.
Yeah,
Fight
even
club.
without his swords. Wouldn't be fair otherwise, Rollman's gotta go in there barefisted. But no, as
No one told Ham about it.
yeah, right.
Come on, bring it on.
All right.
Let me in.
As Glitterrock leaves, leaving you three in the room, there's a bunch of potions and oils just sitting on the shelves right now, and no one here to tell you not to.
I'm going through and picking up all the healing potions.
Right. The Crumps own this business now.
Shit.
I knew I forgot something. It was kind of less important than the other stuff.
If I steal from Crump, he's gonna kill me. Damn it.
James slowly puts the vials back up onto the shelf.
And
It could be like a
How much
gold
do I know
coin
a
behind,
healing
so you
potion
really
goes
technically
for
pay-
around here?
There's no price tag. You could just leave like a gold coin.
the
That's
the
true.
quest, by the way, we did get a reward. Obviously, it wasn't the reward originally listed. We got
Uh-huh.
these as I bring out the artifact, basically gloves of dexterity.
Yep, +2.
Okay, cool. What do they do?
I'd like to roll an appraise so I can figure out what they are and what they do.
Yeah, give me
Is
the
there a
price.
description in the box?
He didn't take the box with him. He just took the
Oh.
gloves.
No, I got handed gloves.
Bro was just like, yeah, no, that's good. I love these items.
24.
Reward.
24, and that's a praise, correct?
That's praise, and that's a crit.
It doesn't matter for a skill check.
I know, but I'm happy about it.
Well, hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you're happy. All right, there we go. Yeah. So as you look these over, these are one of the lowest rank, but these are, as you recognize, an artifact left over from the Age of Fae. These are very old gloves. You do not know what the creature is. It's definitely snake-like, but whatever the actual creature was, you've never even seen something that recognized. It looks similar. Mhm.
Does it remind me of the snake that came out the statue that Granny Apple had?
No,
God
thankfully.
snake. The God snake.
No,
What
that would
have
have
you
been funny
done?
as hell. Though.
Lowest state of God snake. Fuck, I'm
What have
never
you
getting better.
released?
No. But as you look them over, you do recognize a sigil on them. That seems to be slightly carved into them. The marking of House Conwyn.
Artifacts from the Age of Fae. House Conwyn. Neat.
This is what we were given in return. Whatever you end up doing with them.
How much would I guess these go for on the market?
Priceless.
Well, I mean, to the right, adventurer, it's a priceless artifact. This literally, to some individuals, this could buy land, a castle, like. The value is more on the individual, but they're near priceless. They don't make items like this. Items that permanently don't burn out through usage, to be very clear, but are a permanent effect in a sense as long as you're wearing them. That give enhancement bonuses to your stats are almost unheard of. To be a smith of this level would include blood or soul crafting of some sort.
I'll say this, Ham, you can keep them. Also, do not open up that bag that I gave you before.
Ham blinks. He looks down at his hands where he's wearing these fucking things, and he looks at the gloves.
Or we can try to sell them
Oh,
off, or
those
get
cool.
them to someone who can use them.
It's
Because I do believe
the-
Rollman's also wearing gloves.
my
Yes.
Talon gauntlet. I'm wearing a fucking monk gloves.
He is.
I mean, I'll replace my gloves with these if you don't want to use them, ma'am.
Mine are a holy item of the church. I can't.
I see. Well,
I guess Rollman's taking them.
I will say no to a different type of bonus, so that spells will stack with for my dexterity again. That's cool.
Fucking
I
Wordblade
will
getting even
warn
more
the
dexterous
process to
now.
remove them will probably be long and arduous and annoying.
What?
Well,
about
they're
'em?
ancient. They're from the Age of Fae.
Oh, he didn't hear you, James.
Yeah, I didn't. Was wondering
They
like
will
what?
probably be a lot of work to take them off.
Oh, okay. Well, but at least if I can actually take them off, then I'm okay.
I'd probably have to identify them or ask someone from House Conwyn how we take them off.
I can say, James, you can tell if you identified them. You could probably figure it out.
Yeah.
Also,
So we'll wait to
like-
have you put them on until after I identify
Yeah, I don't
them.
want to put on a cursed item. That would suck.
Oh,
I-
not cursed. It's just difficult to remove, friend.
I hear Conwyn, and him's like, I think I've heard of a Conwyn. I think they're on a wanted thing for monsters.
Is there a comment on the most wanted list?
There is.
No,
Yes.
not most. Not. Well, I think
She's actually on the most wanted list. Yeah.
Ham remembers her because it's the one he would know about. The apex monster, also named Conwyn.
Oh, you're thinking of the Apex monster. I thought you were talking about Volthana.
No, because Ham doesn't have a reason to know the most wanted list right now.
That's fair.
Um,
I will say
but
Volthana
the-
is a wanted criminal, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So he knows about the half air elemental that drinks blood.
Mary
Also
Tail.
Yes.
Mary Tail Conwyn, the Bloodstorm.
Yeah.
There's one on the monster list, and there's one on the most wanted list.
Have fun. Anyway,
As you kind of
I
take
think
a
the
look at the
one
gloves,
on
look over Rollman, they look to be, I mean, beautifully crafted. Even on the inside, you can see what looks to be a rock heap of a fine and beautiful, some sort of mineral-like silk that, even to the touch, it seems cool yet warm, and keeping your hands from sweating, as you'd guess.
wow. Yeah, I will most likely equip these after James identifies them.
Okay. Kind of putting them away in your bag for the time being.
He's.
Okay.
Yes, put that there.
Well, we have a bonus to dole out to those on the ship, and time to burn. I guess we'll look into those quests that you. Looks like you have more papers there too, Ham.
As you hear a knock at
Right.
the broken wall, or slightly broken wall.
Look
I'll
over.
walk over. No, I'll do it today.
I said look. I didn't say walk.
You see what look to be about 4 sturdy-looking, full-plated dwarves standing in the doorway, looking over at you, all wearing the strong helm family crest.
Yes, come in. Come in.
Uh,
It's as I reported.
hearing you speak in common, kind of starts to speak in common. It's very, very loose as he goes, "You lot are to be taken," as he kind of does the mimicking with his hands, "to Magril, the Lord, for processing, as whatever happened here, you blamed."
James
By
will pipe
who?
up in Dwarvish. We only witnessed some of what happened here. Happy to give a statement.
And he speaks, it kind of switches to Dwarvish and goes, "You'll be required, then, my young merchant, to speak with the liege lord, and either give a statement. If he finds you not to be guilty, you'll be let loose, or let go with a warning. If you are found guilty, you will do time, potentially being fined for the damages, and potentially put to death for the death of a clan member."
All right. Let's go see
Reported it, might
Magno.
ask.
He's gonna be rubbing my head. He's gonna be rubbing his brow at the fact I'm in trouble again.
What was that, Roland?
Who blamed us? He said someone blamed us.
Did you say this in Dwarvish?
Yeah.
And looks at you and goes, you have been, according to this, he kind of pulls up his paperwork and kind of opens it, and he goes, the son, or the grandson of son Ilda herself has apparently or noted that you guys broke into his, shop, killed his father, and kidnapped his grandmother.
Man, what a piece of shit.
As he kind of eyes the completely destroyed corpse over on the side, and apparently, clearly killed someone else.
Oh
Why would he
no,
do
that's
that?
the person who that you claim to have made the report.
And looks at you and looks at the body, and then looks at you and then looks at his guards, whispers something, and two of the guards walk over and pick up the corpse and start dragging it, and goes, "We'll take all of you for questioning."
Oh,
Course of question.
well, I mean, so Mason has a spell for that. I don't know.
Oh, speak with dead is easy, but there's nothing to speak with there.
As they start
Damn.
walking you out into the street. Ham, yeah, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
Ham just like looking around, and he's just like, "I'm never picking up Dwarvish because this is too."
I was going
early."
to say we might need to teach you a bit of Dwarvish, Ham, while we're in the snow dwarf lands.
I will
refuse.
give Ham. I will translate real quickly and tell Ham what's happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
I refuse to learn Dwarvish.
As you continue to follow them out into the streets and walking, as people give a wide berth as they see the corpse being dragged unceremoniously down the street.
You want put some sort of blanket over it so it doesn't hurt frighten the children.
Leader of the four guards that's kind of been talking looks up at you, his black mustache kind of furrowing out as it does, and goes, "No, it's dishonored corpse. The clan just lost its rank and was shattered."
Alrighty then.
And looks at you and goes, "I think they're more staring at you, to be honest, knife ears."
Yeah. Oh, I'm used to that. So.
I mean, you speak well for a slave. Most slaves don't even learn the proper tongue.
Oh, that is be because I am not a slave.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not a guard.
Roman does
Oh
not
my
say
God.
what he was going
We're
to
being
say.
human. We're being human trafficked. Oh my God, he's not a guard.
As you're kind of dragged up towards the castle keep, towards the stairway going up, and as you get up to it, the guards kind of give a nod. Instead of going through the doorway, though, you're taken through the side gate and into the walls and down a set of stairs as they guide you to the dungeons underneath the keep. And bringing you to some of the iron gated cells, they open up and kind of tossing the corpse into one of them, leaving it alone as they do, locking the gate as right after. They kind of walk you down to another a cell where there looks to be a few snowbeards wearing the Black Rose Thieves Guild mark, kind of dotted about the group, and a few other commoners that look to be in there that look to be a little bit more thuggish than you're used to. As one of the guards opens the gate and has, "Alright, as you walk through here, any magical gear you have on you will be automatically stripped of you and put into the chest right over there," as he points to it, "as your personal chest for your group. If someone takes it, you are responsible to go kill them or warn let us know that they've taken it."
We not see Macro right now.
Oh, you think the Lord of the Castle
Tell
is
him it's
free to
about
talk
James
to
Drag
you?
Ironheart.
I don't give a damn if you're the king of Venkos himself, sir. I don't get paid enough to move that fast for anyone. Now
As
you
I
go into the
slowly
cell.
pull out a coin and offer.
Sir, I will not be bribed, and I will have to add this to the report of crimes that you've committed now. Now, go into the cell
No, not a
before...
bribe, a gift. You said you didn't get paid enough. It's only a silver coin.
I don't like you.
Most
Go
people
in the
don't.
goddamn cell before I smack you with the hammer.
This is annoying.
He looks at Rollman and Dwarvish and goes, "Oh, I imagine it's inconvenient, Princess, but unfortunately the Lord is busy at this moment. I'll let him know, though, that you acquired after him."
Okie dokie.
As he looks at you a lot, waiting for you to walk into the cell.
James will quickly shift out of his clothes into his. No, that just reveal I have fancy thing. Oh fuck! In front of a bunch of people that'll definitely steal from me. I'll just walk in.
Okay. As you do, you feel yourself stripped down to your noble commoner's clothes. Your common nobleman's clothes, rather. As you feel all of your magic items vanish off your body in an instant, and you see the chest, aware that he had pointed to, instantly expands slightly, and then like shrinks down slowly after a few
You ain't ready for
moments.
when Roland walks through that shit.
I
You know
know,
how he's got.
right?
We might
Dude, you're the
break
kind
that
of guy that
chest.
like it takes 30 minutes to take every weapon off. No, I know.
Uh-huh. Oh, I got some
I'm
non-magic
gonna
weapons
just
too.
get
Do I
my
get to keep
eye.
those?
No. Oh yes, yes,
What?
yeah. He did say magical
Okay.
gear.
Oh,
I'll see.
Good.
even
Like,
my eyes go.
yep, your eye is also gone.
Oh,
As James closes the empty socket now.
Hmm. Kind of looks.
I will walk through.
Roll them, and as you do, the chest slightly bursts open as swords are pointing out, items of plenty are pointed out, and the chest slowly like moves a bit as it. You hear the wood and metal grinding as the items slowly sink in and vanish as the chest recloses to normal shape. As he
Yes,
looks. Go
we're
ahead.
gonna see what happens as I walk in because some of my items literally can't be removed.
All right, Ham, and you cannot walk through as you feel a force field as you almost like appear in front of you, like a wall of force rather, as you smack into it, almost rather hard, expecting to be able to go through it clearly.
Ha! I've been declared innocent, and I run.
Grab her chest!
Kind of shouts
damn it.
at you and goes as you run off. What's your movement speed? Out of curiosity.
It's a monk.
I'm a mug. 60 walking, 240 running.
Oh, you can move faster than the dwarf can close the guard gate. You guys entered through fair. Because it takes
Farewell!
me 2 rounds. As you run, he kind of shouts back, goes, "You weren't supposed." Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I wasn't imprisoning him anyways. So, kind of closes the door. Man, it's a reputable adventurer in the territory. Like, why does he think I'd want him? I don't
Hey,
even know
I'm a
why I
reputable
followed
adventurer.
us. And looks at you and goes, "Yeah, you're a slave. I don't want to hear it."
Oh, you're gonna pay.
You know what? I'm so confident that I don't think you're nothing more than a knife ears. As he gets right up to the like bars of the jail cell and goes, "I'll even give you my name. My name is Duran of the House Helmhard. Not to be confused with the Hard Helms. We don't make helmets. We battle in helmets."
Ah, that explains your stubborn disposition.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one behind the bars. Looks at you and gives a nasty grin and starts to turn to walk away. But I'll let the Lord know that y'all wanted to speak to him. I can't wait to see how irritated he gets when he skins you alive for bothering his
Well, he'll be
vacation.
irritated, but I don't think he's going to skin me. I think he'll be more ticked off that you wasted time.
So he walks off, shutting the door behind him and completely disappearing out of eyesight.
As I
As-
turn
Look at
towards
our
the
new
group of
friends.
people behind us now.
Must
The
be the
rogues
Lord.
and the thugs seem to recognize Roloman and are very much distancing themselves
I was
as
like,
much as possible.
who wants to tussle? My fists do D8s, bro.
There is what looks to be almost like a half orc kind of standing in the corner who's in full roguish leathers that are blacker than night and kind of looks over at Roman, steps forward as he looks at you and takes his mask down and goes, "It's an honor to meet the Bedapa who slew all that huge hive of creatures. I can't believe you managed to kill that many hydras in a single blow. Respect to you here. You are the strongest men in the cells." As he kind of gives a light bow to you.
I bow back.
We're not allowed to technically ingratiate any of those who are outsiders in, but if you're interested, we do have a fighting circle that happens at night. As he kind of lightly kicks what looks to be a little hole in the ground that has a large metal grate, and goes, "We dug out the latrine and found a way to enjoy ourselves where the guards can't see."
Is there bets?
There's quite a bit of fortune to be made, in fact, as he nods. "I've made 200,000 gold since I've been in here."
Jesus.
James looks at Roland like a winning racehorse.
Well, it's been a while since I did some fist fighting. Why would I be interested?
He nods and he goes, "There'll be a tournament tonight between us and the right cell block of the north side of the stronghold. They got a fat motherfucker over there that thinks he's all the shit. He's taken down 3 of our fighters since we've fought against him. I lost 30,000 gold pieces on him last fight. The nobles have him favored to win and have put over 1 million on him."
I'm curious. Can I still use maneuvers with just my fists?
Will you look
Yes,
that
they are
up?
non-magical.
Ham.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead.
it depends. Maneuvers that are fistable, like they specify that they're hand-to-hand.
Fistable?
Fist.
Yeah,
Yep,
if
you
if
heard-
you can do
you
the
heard
combo.
me.
Great wording.
You heard.
We jump back to Ham though, as kind of Roman looks through some of his strategy to fight a fat, large dude. Ham, as you manage to run out, passing the guard at the front gate for the guards, you hear him go, "What the hell is that breeze?" As he slams the gate, and guys, you hear a loud shiver of him just like literally rattling in his armor. As you run heading off as fast as you can, heading into the city. Where are you going?
Apparently, some guy named Magriel can free my friends. So
That's the same person James sent you to see the right hand of, so you know he's in the castle.
it is. So I guess I'm on a quest.
All right. As you kind of give me a hide and a move silently, will you? Because you're gonna have to sneak back into the castle.
I do this professionally at this fucking point.
Dude,
I
Brian,
mean,
you grappled like 3 buildings, grappling hooked over 3 buildings. You know, espionage, dropping off paperwork. This should be easy.
let's see. So that's a 22
Your guard's a dick.
Okay.
and a 27 move silently.
All right. As you begin to, excuse me, have slowly wait till the guards switch out. About an hour in, as they're kind of going about, the doors opening just enough as you manage to run up and sneak through, finding yourself in the beautiful courtyard. As you start rushing up through the castle and looking through the many large rooms that just it's a stronghold, and it's a very large stronghold built for someone of a massive size. Ham, this is gonna take you a minute, so give me a search check. See how long it takes you to find Magriel.
What am I rolling?
Search.
What's my roll? Not my thing, but I'll do it.
Well, if you had met him before, you could use your track scenting, or scent tracking, but unfortunately,
16.
16. All right. Yeah, it's gonna take you a minute as you go about the castle. While that's going on, James and Roman, is there anything you want to do in your cell?
Roman will be refreshing on his unarmed strikes, and I'll be using my class feature Weapon Aptitude to switch my weapon focus related feats to unarmed strike.
Okay. Okay. All right. So as you kind of begin shadow boxing, basically. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
James.
I will just sit and keep an ear out, actually. Gather information.
Yeah, go ahead and roll gather information. What are you trying to learn?
Well, I'm just trying to get the general idea of how long some of these people have actually been here.
Okay. All right, let's see.
If processing is going extremely slow, that's a problem that Magriel will have to deal with, because that means some of these guards have already been bought off.
That's fair. All right, let's see what you got.
Boy, I love this +1.
Yeah, you could start training investigator as a feat. Get +2 to gather information instead. Ouch. Good news is most of the people in here are somewhat chatty when you start talking to them. They're not as thuggish as you would expect, although most of them are in here for very horrendous crimes. Some pickpockets here and there, but most are in here for fighting, killing, and stealing. And not in stealing in a small amount, but like banditry.
God, if I could get them to actually behave like honest people, I could get mercenaries here.
Right? Hey, some of the best mercenaries were spawned in a jail cell, as they say in history. But as you kind of talk to amongst them, there's a few that mention they've been in here for a few months. And as you kind of bring up the idea of hey, the guards have been bought, there's a very almost the entire cell nodding. As you learn that they have been bought by like almost half of the lesser clans in the city.
Hmm. Well, that'll be a problem to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
As I will, you know what? May as well get the criminal underground to like me, so they don't want to rob me.
There you go. So what you gonna do?
I'll roll diplomacy.
All right. What are you gonna say? What's the thought process here?
Uh, you know what? Let's rally them again. I'll try to rally them against the lesser clans that have bought off the guards, making it harder to do crime.
All right. Let's see. Wow. You know, James, you come off
A
as
10.
like the most stubborn, high, like nose down at these people. They are not of your equal standard, and they are dishonorable thieves, cutthroats, pieces of crap
Not
that
where I was
are
going.
fully not
Fuck.
worth your the shit on your shoe.
No, no,
The
damn it.
only thing keeping them from killing you, as you realize, is the fact that they're all deathly afraid of Rolman, who is like sitting there boxing in the background. And they're all watching what he can do.
I'm using maneuvers,
Yeah.
trying to see if it works similar with my fists.
And as we get to that, we're gonna take a quick another
Fuck it,
5-minute
damn
break.
it! I want to try this again later.
As we'll come back in a
With
minute.
an apology included. Damn it.
We'll see you all in 5 minutes. Thank you. All right. So as the hours go on, Ham, as you find yourself finally finding Magrel's throne room and kind of pushing open the doors a little bit and looking in, Ham, you see Magrel sitting around a table, a very large table of basically carved like the entirety of the Snowbeard kingdoms, all of the mountains and hills, many of them labeled as you can see the little markers on them, and a bunch of what looks to be other nobles kind of sitting around the table. As you head over and kind of walk over to Magrel, walking in, I assume unbothered as no one seems to notice you.
Dude, Ham's just making his way over to like behind Magrel's chair.
There's about a good
Damn.
40 feet you're clearing where no like is full open space and no one even acknowledges your existence, Ham, as you walk over. And as you hear the shouting in Dwarvish kind of getting more and more violent, you hear Magrel finally, who you now assume to be Magrel, because I don't think you've met him yet, sitting at the head of the
Nope.
table, slams down a hammer onto the table, causing the entire thing to quake, glowing, making the mountains glow red, and everyone in the room suddenly goes silent as he speaks and goes, I have a guest here, and I will speak with them, and I will speak with the rest of you afterwards. Continue your angry discussions in the waiting room, and if any of you kill each other, I swear if you bleed on my furniture, I'll have you executed. As
I like to imagine look up at him and just see me suddenly behind the fucking guy, just standing there.
yes, as many of the Snowbeard nobles kind of look as surprised, beginning to kind of like quickly rush away as Magrel kind of sets the hammer down as the last of them exit out of the room. He looks back at you, not even getting up from his seat, and goes, okay, so either you're here to kill me, or you're here to ask something from someone I know. And I really hope it's the first one, because if I have to listen to those nobles bitch at me anymore, I swear to all that is holy.
I don't do assassinations, but if you're looking for a fight, yes.
He gives a light chuckle and goes, it was only a joke. But, alright, yes, feel free, take a seat. What's your message?
Yes, of course, they'll sit. You know James?
I know a James Dragon.
Yes, that's the one. He's been arrested for something he didn't do.
Okay, and that has to do with me, how?
Oh, he asked for you by name.
Has he been arrested here? Another territory?
Here.
And I assume you got the name of the guard that arrested him.
No, I think James, he walked away right after. Right, he gave his name after he walked. No, but I could point him out. I'm sure James could better than I can. Not really a dwarvish savant.
We are in the middle. The largest gathering of nobility in Snowbeard history since the last gathering of the great houses. I have guards being paid off left and right, and assassins trying to kill me at every waking moment.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like nobility.
And you want me to suddenly get up and go and save a merchant that, to be honest, while is an ally of mine, seems to have gotten himself into a pickle that he should have been able to buy himself out of.
Would it help if I said he had information that pertained to the destruction of this territory if it wasn't handled?
How soon would the territory be destroyed?
Depends. How fast can extra-dimensional beings destroy a city?
That's for you to answer. You're the adventurer, not me.
Mm.
Listen, I just need to know if this is going to be my problem or the
No.
next king's problem.
Yours. I'd say closer to yours. You've got some noble named Crump fighting some giant monster right beneath the city that was apparently about to swallow the city whole, or something to that effect.
Of course it is. Whenever this individual shows up, more danger appears. It's like he's a plague.
I don't try to be.
And he shrugs and goes, and so now I'd have to take time out of my very busy schedule to answer or deal with this. Why doesn't he break himself out?
I blink at him as if he actually wants me to answer, and I stare at him like he doesn't already know. Really?
Well, I'll be honest, it'd be faster to give him a pardon than it would be to fill out the paperwork, convince the guards, and then get him out.
Because I can break him out with your permission. I can't promise how many guards are going to come out injured.
Looks at you and just gives a light chuckle and goes, "You think I give a damn about half of my guards? They're good men. I do respect them, but those who can be bought aren't worth the time and salt. But you got a point. I don't want the extra paperwork. And you might actually hit someone I know." As he kind of stands up and goes, "Let's just hope they don't end up fighting the Devourer that's in the northern block."
Oh, that sounds fun.
Looks at you and goes, "You have a sick sense of humor." As he kind of starts walking and guiding you down the route.
Yeah. Ham just mutters, "No, I just know Rollman really likes fighting things out of his league."
No.
There's no way that's the Devourer I think it is, right?
Oh, it 100% is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they got it just sitting in a prison cell.
How? Okay. Alright. Sure.
I don't think Rollman. To be fair, Rollman doesn't know what a Devourer is, so.
Well, it could be worse. It could have been the fucking, what is he, most wanted list Devourer, because you have a Devourer on there, too.
That's the one. Yeah, no, that's the one that you think he's referring to.
He's like level 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is interesting to watch.
And actually, he's not level 25. He's just worth a lot of money and has killed 3 adventuring parties.
Okay, so not the one on the most wanted list, the one that's on the quest list for Iron Adventures.
Correct. Okay. But as we cut back to James and Rollman, now another hour passed. Rollman having built up a good sweat, warmed up. James, you, as you watch, the guards kind of change out. A couple of them look over at you and just kind of lift up their nose at you. You do recognize an individual. Now a sergeant, no longer a captain, as he sits down and looks over at you. And it takes a second, stares at you, it stares at Rollman, and stares at you, and goes, kind of gets up as the guards are talking amongst themselves, and walks over and goes, "James!" And James, as you recognize, the same captain that you've seen now in Dragon's Crown and Diamond's Death.
Oh, it's the guy.
It is
It's
the guy
the kobold.
the man you have paid enough basically to retire 3 times over at this
What's
point.
he doing here?
as
Hey, my
he
friend,
is
how are you
now
today?
looks like a snowbeard. However, as his facial features shift for a moment, you see the disguise, a magic vanish, and he looks at you as he puts it back on and goes, "Oh, investigating some things. Started my own business with the money you got me. Been doing it some investigating. One of the snowbeard guards amongst here is known to be cheating on his wife, and so I been looking into the individual Helmhard. As if you haven't met him, he's a piece of
Ah,
work.
oh yeah, he's a bit of a bastard.
He's got a thing for well, beast folk women, and not in a good, weird, like normal way. He's got some weird intentions. So I've been gathering
I wouldn't put it
evidence.
past him.
Kind of looks at you and kind of smiles and goes, "But tell me, what are you two doing in a prison cell?
Accused of a crime we didn't commit.
What's new? God, you guys are always in trouble."
That is
Well,
true.
I have a bit more pull here, but I can't get you out. However,
Oh,
if you want to get out of here, he kind of leans forward a little bit to the bars. There's a way out. There's a tunnel out of here.
yes, but I can't quite leave without the items in there. My one eye is still closed as I open it, just enough to show that there's nothing in there. Half my sight isn't really worth leaving just yet when there are other ways to get out.
Oh, the chest. Well, I can get the chest out. Looks at it and goes, That's not hard. It's just, well, you two. Given Rollman's appearance, there will be kind of distracting to most people, and that will. But hey, it's up to you. If you want to do this the old-fashioned way, I'll go back to my post and make sure you're not messed with. Kind of looks at the prisoners, kind of wary of Rollman, and goes, "Oh, it looks like you have that under control a bit, I guess."
Yes. Well, but I'll throw in a nice bonus for you if you can make sure to let me know when I get out of your Helmhard's movements.
No, it's that. He goes, "Sure. I mean, I'll give you a copy of the files his wife ordered."
Perfect.
You're just a private investigator now.
He nods and
That's your
goes,
business.
"Basically, yeah, I do hiring, investigations, scouting missions for expeditionary forces. Basically, anything that's good for my eyes and infiltration. As I found I have a talent for getting people to just pay me to go do things for them and like leave me alone otherwise." Kind of shrugs.
Well,
When you need an investor, you know where to call.
You already invested plenty. Don't worry.
so what
Looks.
percentage of the company do we have?
The Ironheart Merchant Company did sign for the loan. Technically, about 10% for about 10 million gold pieces loaned by Diamond's death.
Alrighty then. Hopefully you're successful.
I paid off half. Now the other half's due soon, but that's why I'm on this job. The wife's a high-ranking noble Bronzebeard, I guess, and she's got enough money to back up the end of his clan if this goes bad.
Well then, I'll have to make sure the reward I give is just as worthy.
He shrugs and goes, "You paid plenty, but I'll appreciate any money that you offer." By the way, you guys related to a beast folk that looks like a dog with like orange and white fur?
Why are you
Is-
asking?
Well, I spotted him running out of the gate. I mean, I was gonna stop him, but I mean, he looked like he was in a hurry. Plus, he had I noticed he had one of them Ironheart things, one of them dagger thingies that you keep on your peoples. So,
Aye, that's him. He'll probably be back with Megrel.
oh yeah, he got into the stronghold without a problem. I watched him basically walk in there. Seemed like a decent dude. I'm surprised the other guards didn't see him though. He was really easy to spot.
You got good eyes then.
You're one of the few that I think have been able to spot him.
I ain't got anything special. I mean, I eat my carrots.
That's probably what does it.
I'd like
Oh,
to.
it's-
I sense motive that one.
Feel free.
What do you mean? This is just a well-meaning guy.
Yeah,
He
right.
just eats his carrots. Are they magic
I don't
carrots?
trust him to eat
Probably.
his carrots. 22.
22. I mean, he doesn't seem to be lying from his understanding of it.
Well then, you are definitely talented and with sight, then, my friend.
He shrugs and goes, I think it's the helmet, as he lightly taps it. Family artifact I took off some merchant. Gives me
Well,
some cool visions every once in a while.
that might also
Well,
just
I
do
can
it.
identify it for you later if you so wish.
No, I'm good. Works plenty fine without any hoodoo magic.
Hoodoo.
Fair enough.
He nods and goes, but hey, the fighting pits are about to open up if you lot are gonna skedaddle. The guards will probably start heading down here soon as well, so.
What can you tell me about the fighting pit? I might just be entering it.
He looks at you and goes, well, the northern pit has a fat guy who's eaten a couple of people. He's a beast of a fella. Thankfully, the fighting pits don't allow magic to be cast or used, so it's just pure just boxing down there. You're just dwarven boxing left and right. The old champion, his name was Barbarous. He founded a little fighting pit down there, from my understanding.
Oh, that name again.
Let me
Heard it,
think.
yeah.
I think beyond that, that's really all it is. It's just fist fighting to the end. I will say, loser can be eaten. So be prepared.
All right, good to know that's a rule.
Mm-hmm. Only rule really I know is no hitting in the jangly bits. Out of kindness of the sport, and then no magic. Kind of looks at you, blinks for a second, and then goes.
I
Beyond
don't
that,
think it'd be a correct idea.
I mean,
For
you
me
should
to
be all
confer, at
right.
least.
Good to know.
If you're entering though, as he kind of pulls out a little booklet of with some leather bits of basically paper on it and starts writing into it with some charcoal and goes, odds of being against you probably 10 to 1. If you don't mind, I'm gonna put a month's wages on you. So if you lose, I'll definitely have to kill you. He kind of
Well,
lightly
that's kind
chuckles
of
at that.
no, not a pressure there, huh?
No. To be fair, he'll probably eat you, so I won't get anything out of it anyways.
Yeah. Where do I put down money?
You don't. Guards can
I don't get to put
bet.
down money.
Prisoners can only bet with the bookkeepers from once you're in there, and fighters can't bet.
What? Here, James, take my money.
All of our money was in magical bags, Rolman.
Not mine. I keep a little bit on me,
How much do you have on you?
like 100 gold. Got a little spare pocket.
He looks at you and goes, "That's a good payout." Kind of
Spread
look,
this on me.
huh?
I'm handing it to James because I can't bet because we'll be fighting.
Yeah. You kind of shove it into James's hands. Guard sergeant now looks at you and goes, I wish you best of luck as far as the fighting goes, but I'm gonna get moving as the guards are gonna start heading down. They're gonna close the gate here in a minute for lunch, and well, we'll see how this kind of goes. Good luck to you, Rollerman.
I appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, I got a letter from your mother when you get out. I'll put or hand it over on your way out.
Who's he
Okay.
saying that to? Me or Rolman?
Rollerman.
Well,
Oh.
I haven't heard from my mother since ever, so well, that's interesting.
As he
From what you told me, they didn't really use the primitive writing, so
They don't. He walks off and kind of closes the door as you see another door that you thought was a closet when you had walked past it opens up as like 4 of the guards do start heading into it and vanish as the door shuts. As it does, you see the half orc individual kind of dressed in their black leathers, and it gives a light whistle, and many of the thieves and cutthroats begin to file into what you thought was a latrine hole, of course, as people start pushing down this bit of stone to kind of fill it in, and then start climbing into a tunnel that has been dug through.
Okie Hey, ready, James?
I do not want to go down there.
Do spectators have to go down the hole?
The half orc looks at you and goes, "Yeah, if he wants to make bets and meet with people."
Oh, there you go, James.
You're going to make my life difficult, friend. As James goes down the fucking hole.
As you two go down, kind of heading, you hear the metal above kind of close suddenly. as the sounds of door hinges open, and Ham, as you walk in with Magrill, no guards at the front. Magrill kind of irritated about that. The guard or the
Oh, what
half orc
perfect
kind of
timing.
stands onto the
You
iron
son
metal,
of a.
looks over and goes, "Oh, my lord, I apologize that the room is such a mess." As he speaks in perfect dwarvish, ignoring you completely, Ham. As Magrill kind of looks at him and nods and looks at Ham and goes, "So, now, I don't want to tell you how to do your bodyguarding job or anything here, but when I'm guided to find prisoners in my own dungeon, I usually expect them to be there. So, did you lure me down here to kill me in prison for some funny, like, revenge thing of someone's, or is this just a
Do I
waste of
hear
time? You do
Magrill?
not.
God fucking damn it, Rollman!
Hey, man.
I mean, one, if I was going to kill you, I would have done it already. Two, I think you should be more concerned that your prisoners can apparently vanish at will.
Or they were never captured in the first place, and you just brought me down here to waste my time, so some lesser
The
clan could
chest with my
try to
stuff in it
get
is right
a
there.
pull over on me or something. Okay. He turns and goes, "When you find James Dragon of the Ironheart Merchant Company, you let him know. I want to talk to him about his terrible employees. I'm not dealing with this crap. I've got too much political stuff to deal with, and my vacation's coming up." As he starts to turn and walk away.
Ham, please, the chest. It proves.
Ham doesn't know that.
I don't
Yes,
know
he
this.
does. He was there when it was. He was
Doesn't-
there when it
Doesn't mean he
expanded with our
wasn't
stuff
paying.
going into it.
Does not mean he was paying attention to
true.
it.
I guess.
Doug, Ham's going to do this the fun way. There's only one guard in here.
Oh
There's-
God, no!
there's
Don't
no
do it.
guards
He's a
in
good
here.
guy.
There's no guards in here.
Oh.
They all went down.
Oh, even
As-
better. I can just go look for them.
As
Perfect.
Magrill just kind of
Oh, no,
walks
he's gonna
out the
find out about
door
Fight
and
Night.
leaves, the half orc kind of looks at you, Ham, and speaks in perfect primitive and goes, "You fight?"
I fight really good.
He nods and goes, "Door, closet. Hit the shelf
Hell
3
yeah.
times and go down. You can't join the pits, but you can join the nobles."
Oh, you don't get to fight. You
Oh.
get to
Fuck yes.
God fucking damn you both.
What do you
No.
mean? This is the fun. This is the fun avenue.
As
I don't like to say everything explained about the box was in Dwarvish, Cameron.
It's true. He had no context of what was going on.
I don't speak Dwarvish.
Damn it. Fuck me.
As you
I'm
had
gonna get you nearing a dwarvish.
James, as you pull through the hole, as you feel a hand kind of grasp yours and kind of pull you out after basically crawling on your hands and knees for half a mile, a deep stone tunnel, you hear shouted out loud, "And next up, we've got Gorm, the..." And he kind of takes a moment. "Blood Anvil versus Threlix the Blink Thief from the corners of the east and western wings. The odds are 10-1 against the Blink Thief. And we'll have a Rollerman up on the champion fight up next if you want to get your bets in now, gentlemen and ladies."
Oh, straight to the
I'll
champion.
go
Hey, you
place
got
a
money,
bet
Ham?
on Rollerman.
Dude, I got money.
As Ham and, as Rollman and James, as you come into the area, it is a massive fighting pit that's beautifully, surprisingly carved. Up above, about 30 feet, you can see what looked to be a balcony where the nobles are hanging out and are very well dressed, as well as their balconies seem to be very well designed, very sturdy, and just high enough to avoid the blood splatter. At the center, though, is just a pit in the ground that seems to have a couple of objects kind of thrown about, a few weapons, as two people are tearing into each other. Large metal grates kind of block the outer areas of the pit where many of the prisoners are kind of hanging out. Bookies seem to be kind of walking about through the crowd as they take bets left and right on the current fights. As you kind of look around and take it in, the smell of blood and battle kind of heavy in the air, as well as the strong stench of cheap booze kind of emanating throughout.
As I will bet on Rollerman, then look for a way to escape. At this point.
All right, give me
Here's
a
a little
search
bee
check
here.
as you walk over and place your 100 gold bet on Rollman.
I'm guessing I can't cast magic here.
Correct.
I've been neutered.
You have.
Damn.
Hey, you know what?
Definitely
You haven't
got
been
neutered.
shanked at least, so as Rollman, I assume, is
True.
following right behind you.
13.
13. Well, you're not gonna like it, James, but you do find an escape. As you walk around,
Through the shit.
as you walk around the entire ring, you looking kind of down at the fighting pit. Finally, as you come out, not seeing anything, as you kind of spot Ham as he starts migrating his way through the noble crowd, alongside where the guards are kind of standing. A few of the commoners, rather merchants, are kind of hanging out. As you look about, though, no real escape seems clear. There's two options that come to mind as you kind of look about. One is to enter the fighting pit and climb all the way up to where the noble seat is, which, as you watch, there are guards with crossbows, and you can see, or not crossbows, sorry, longbows, that are clear to be enchanted, even from this distance, aimed down at the fighters. Kind of keeping that option out, but it is an option. And the second is, as you look at the bottom of the fighting pit, in the center of it is a large metal grate that looks like a sewer duct of sorts, or an aqueduct duct, which means it has
I
to lead
can't-
out somewhere.
And I can't get to either of these.
Not without entering into the pit yourself.
I'm gonna try to flag Ham down.
Ham is up like about 20 feet up and in in one of the like balcony boxes. So
You
getting
try and
his
get their attention,
attention is easy, but communicating is with quietly is nigh impossible with the roar of the crowd. As you watch a punch come from one snowbeard-looking individual into a strange-looking figure that's completely covered in shadow, as a blackened ooze kind of splatters in from their face against the wall.
I'm leaving here tonight. I do not care who is going to die for it. Someone will.
So,
Should
are
learn
you
primitive
shouting that to Ham in primitive?
No, I'm
Oh,
thinking.
okay.
James is thinking this.
Well,
I
damn.
don't speak anything but
He's
the
thinking
curse
hard.
words in primitive, so there might be a fuck in primitive said,
fair.
but that's it.
I mean, Ham, you can see Rollman and James pretty clearly down the pits in their clothing.
I am kind of a lot taller than dwarves.
Yeah,
If
well,
there's
James
Rollman,
is
majority
funny
dwarves in
enough,
here.
pleased
you
with
are
this.
not the tallest, and there's a lot of commonly tall
Oh.
people amongst here.
I'm not saying like the tallest everyone here, but I'm tallest among like the dwarves are shorter, so it's like
Definitely true. Yeah, you do stick out a little more.
3,000 on Rollerman.
As you shout this,
Oh.
or kind of find the guard that's giving a book on it, he kind of looks at you and goes, who are you? Yeah, it don't matter. Your money's good here, sure. All right. He kind of writes it down and goes, what's the name for the bet?
Ham.
Ham? Oh, all right, sure. Food, why not?
Damn.
Beach
Yep.
folk aren't exactly creative, but maybe you're lucky. Sure.
Damn.
It's 10 to 1 odds. You understand what that means, right? It means if you lose this bet, you lose the coin.
Yep.
Alright. If you win 10, basically the very good upcharge as he looks at you.
Gotta be
Nope,
10
10
times.
Yeah. Kind of real, like thinking you can't understand basic math, he just kind of describes that way. He goes, yeah.
Dude, I'm sitting here. I got a formal education, but I'm like, I don't give a shit to explain to this guy. He's not gonna believe me anyway.
Kind of continue to speak in primitive as he does. He kind of nods and goes, alright. 3,000 on a Rollman fight. He nods. Shit, he's gonna get his shit rocked, but hey. Just keep in mind, you cause any trouble, the guards will throw you in the pit and then fill you full of bolts. As it kind of points to, as you look up and you see two large scorpions aimed down in the fighting pits from up above. As we cut back down, Rolleman, you watch as and what looks to be Felix is taking a beating left and right. Bits of a blackened goo is just splattering across, or Threlix rather, the wall left and right as Gorham just levels into him. A few more hits go, and as you see, suddenly Threlix disappears, blinking out of existence as Gorham looks about confused. Looks up at the ref, a snowbeard who looks to be quite well dressed, kind of standing in what now is slowly lowering a large bronze contraption of almost just basically an elevator. The Snowbeard kind of standing out, looks down, and shouts out, "And that is Gorham Blood Anvil's victory by default due to magic disqualification. Therlix will now have his entire left leg blown off as was agreed upon before entering." As he snaps his fingers, and in the crowd, you suddenly see an explosion of smoke as someone screams out in immense pain.
That's rough.
Two of the guards kind of seem to rush down, breaking through some of the grated metal bearing or walls that seem to be set to keep the prisoners out from the nobles, and seem to rush in to grab him and start dragging him off, kicking and screaming, though only with one foot. Um, as the guard or as the individual standing on the elevator platform in the center kind of looks about after as people calm down for a moment, Gorham kind of climbing out of the pit, he kind of begins to announce and goes, "And next up, we have our reigning champion versus the supposed grandest fighter this part side of the Eastern Valleys. We got Rolamin, the better paw, who slayed a nest of Hydra, versus our very own Devourer, the Devourer, as he hasn't given us a name and just continues to eat just damn near anything." As he kind of looks down at you and goes, "Both fighters enter the pit and have signed your waivers for what body part you give up if you try to escape." As Roloman, you are ushered forward by a couple prisoners over to another who's holding up a pamphlet that just has a bunch of like drawings of body parts and goes, "Check a box and suddenly the thing will appear on your body part."
Is there like, what if I go for a more important body part? Does that mean anything?
No, I recommend using. There's only legs, arms, man parts, and neck.
I'll do my left arm, I guess. I'll
No.
stick with that.
As you do, you suddenly see a glyph kind of appear around it, slightly giving a smell of burning flesh for a moment as it burns itself into your arm. Thankfully, not taking any part or any damage. And as the gentleman or the dwarf kind of nods, he opens the door to it as you walk in, and you see.
Yeah, who do I see? I'm trying to get an immediate read on this guy.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Can we fight a monster and get hit in one hit and die?
Where is he?
Lucky for you, most of the scariness of the Dower Monster is casting.
As you see this old-looking, slightly medium-sized humanoid figure with this massive jar on his back, an arm kind of nefariously pulling out of it. As he holds it on his back, he smiles at you and goes, "Ah," as he speaks in perfect primitive Elvish, and goes, "I haven't seen one of your kind since I decided to go on a rampage destroying 3 tribes. This'll be fun. I won't even need this," as he sets down the large pot as it slams into the ground, denting it slightly with its impact, the arm sinking back in, the eye on the side of the pot closing as the individual looks at you.
What was the reach of that? My approximation of that arm in that pot?
20 feet, roughly.
Okay, Roman's gonna consciously keep a 20-foot breadth of that
Okay.
throughout the fight. That way, no shenanigans get pulled.
As the old man begins to take off his sleeves and everything, kind of all of his cloth, he watches bits of his skin begin to pull off alongside his cloak. And as he finally gets down to nothing but a thing of beads on his neck and his small cloth covering him, this is what you actually see with a long white beard.
He's got little skulls in his
He
belly.
does, and they do look like they're screaming and suffering. The blue skin of the
Oh.
individual's taut, but the slight smell of rot coming off of him. His almost inner ribs shattered apart, as you can see. The chest doesn't seem to move up and down in this individual, and the inside seems to be slightly thinned around his stomach, where you can see these soul-like individuals screaming out. The rest of his body looks extremely muscled and toned. His veins are blackened, clearly from no use, or potentially blackened blood, and he just stares.
I look forward to this fight. So Roland will say as he takes off his nice green suit, bare chested.
As
Leaves his pants on though.
naturally, you know.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, starting to get like warming up, getting yourself ready. All right. As the creature begins to circle, the ref above calls out and goes, and in the corner we got Rolamin, the singular slayer of every single Hydra nest in the territory of the Snowbeard Kingdoms. And in the left we've got the undefeated champion, 12 kills in a row, 14 corpses eaten, the Devourer
Hold on.
himself.
That doesn't make any sense.
As Roland looks up and goes, and the ref shouts out, and fight! And the bookies close the books as everyone turns and goes silent to watch. Roland, roll your initiative. Actually, everyone roll their initiative. If you plan to take any actions.
Yeah. Before that, while we're circling, can I try and
Yes.
gauge this guy's
Sure.
ability?
Uh-huh.
Am I rolling a mercenary or sensitive or what?
Give me a second. I was loading my health up real quick.
No, you're good.
Go ahead and give me profession mercenary, or I will take I mean, I think survival in this situation would also be warranted.
Okay. I'll do mercenary.
All right.
8.
Well,
Not great.
I have no
no.
reason to try to help.
Unfortunately, it does not. It looks like this guy is pretty capable. Regardless, it's really hard to get a read on him.
Okay.
He seems confident in his fighting. All right.
Okay. I will roll.
All
I
right.
will go straight into my ferocity, so I get +4 to strength and dex.
Hell yeah! As we begin to circle,
What is that? +9.
we need our Rocky Balboa music.
25. There we go.
Oh shit! All right, and James and Ham, are either of you planning to take any actions during this, or are you just gonna watch how this plays out?
I can't. Anything I could do is nullified by the anti-magic right now.
Yeah, no magic.
Okay, Ham.
I'm judging if I can activate the weapons that are apparently on the ceiling if
Mhm.
things happen.
I mean, if
What
you
I roll?
All right. Well, if you to see if you could use them, give me
If it's possible.
give me an intelligence check. So I assume you don't have knowledge siegecraft.
I don't this character. I had it on Syndra, funny enough.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Who's that?
out.
Or who are you talking about?
We wouldn't be in this issue if we had Syndra with us. There's that.
You're right. I would have killed all the guards. 22.
22. You're pretty sure you could use it. They're already loaded, and they aren't magically inclined, other than from what looks like some sort of minor enchantment. You probably guess something like aim or a like bonus damage effect. All it would take is going up there and knocking out one of the guards to take over one of the scorpions.
Well, Ham's on a quest.
All right. So Ham, go ahead and roll me an initiative as you kind of join in on this.
I mean, the only other thing
Oh, you
I
still have
might
your
be able to
items.
do is
Yeah, I have my items, but none of them boost initiative.
No.
So,
I
think
had
I'm able
items
to
that boosted
try to
my
find my way up
initiative.
to the fucking.
hey!
You know what?
22.
I'll roll initiative too. I'll just spend my time
Different.
trying to find my way up into the fucking noble area.
James doesn't want to be down here with the prisoners. He wants to be up with the nobles where he
I'll
belongs.
leave.
After what he said, yeah, I don't blame him. Man basically called them less than shit on his shoe with a nat 1. He's just hoping not to get shanked in the showers here. Oh, well, you know,
Nice.
James is very distracted by the fight.
He just wants to see
My
his
best
friend
friend's
get
gonna
pummeled.
fucking die.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
You have no
Fight.
faith? Wow.
Oh, I will
That's
give you
hurtful.
this, Rollman. I have a 28 in strength.
That's a large number.
Yeah, and I do have a melee. I do have melee damage. So, all right. Good news is, because you rolled so high, you do go first in the initiative. As you get a realization, is about 40 feet wide. At any one spot, so there's not much room for you to go from to avoid this his large pot.
That's fine.
You got about 20 feet of circle here.
Is it 20 feet wide or 40 feet wide?
40 feet wide. That's what I'm saying. You
Okay.
got, and it has the thing had a 20-foot reach. So
Yeah. Okay. I will go ahead and probably charge him because I need to cover the distance anyhow.
Yeah. Hey, your feet will feel the stone underneath them because you also lost your boots. So
Mm-hmm.
man's full on Jackie Chan fighting here.
Yep. I will go ahead and charge this man.
Okay, let's see. Do I have to roll anything for charge? I forget.
No.
No, it's
I
just
just charge into you and I get a bit of an advantage. I need to look it up again.
yeah. I think you are correct in that.
The +2 to hit, -2 to AC until your
Yes.
next.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah.
technically, I'm
And
flat-footed, so
oh, okay. Well, I have pounce, so I get a full attack off of this. So
perfect. I'll be honest. My flat foot and my normal AC are the same, so it really does not matter.
do you have no AC? Or sorry, no dex?
You're
You have
correct
10
in
in
that. My
dex?
dex is average.
Okay. Nice. If it was negative, it would still affect your flat footed, just so
No,
you
I
know.
know. Yeah, no, I've got a straight 10 in dex, bro.
All right. I will be two of them fighting, so that +2 will be negated by, me
Okay.
doing that. So it'd be wonderful punchies.
Let's see what you got.
Let's see. So first one. Let's see. Ah, yeah.
That hits?
33 to hit.
Yeah, fucking really easily hit. Jesus Christ.
Second one. 22 to hit.
That does not.
That's fun. The third one, I will choose to take 10 on it for a 26.
That does.
Okay, and the third one, or sorry, fourth one, this probably will not hit. It's like +11.
Okay. See what you got. Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, 30. Okay, so 3 hits.
Yep.
They're all the same. So
No crits, sadly.
no crits. I will also swift action before that enter a punishing stance, so I get an extra D6 next to my punches.
Okay.
But I get a -2 AC.
Gotcha.
So the total
43.
43.
Damn. All right. Do I have? I do not have DR.
Man,
As-
this guy's deal, that's fucked up.
As you right, you walk over and fucking start socking and punching him left and right, left hook, right hook, feeling the power of your fist fucking connect with the individual's jaw as it slightly moves and adjusts. The creature taking the hits, its body slightly caving in, the dent staying as it looks a little bit surprised.
Okay, and then I will be ready to receive some punishment. So collectively, I have a -8 to AC because of all my stacked debuffs. So
Ooh.
don't worry, I think you'll be able to hit me.
Oh yeah, no, I will give it the bonus I have to hit. So yeah, I just don't hit as many times as you. Holy crap. All right, Ham.
I'm sure they're harder hits though. So
Ham, you
yeah, that's
are
my turn.
up. Yep, that's true.
Off to steal a scorpion. The weapon's gonna be mine.
Let's see what you. Okay. And then with you, give me a search check to see if you can find the doorway up there.
Sure thing. +5. 19.
19. Okay. As you look about, kind of searching the pits, you do see some of the guards across from you, opening what looks to be a thick wooden door, and kind of heading up what looks to be stairs from what you can tell from this angle. However, getting over there would take you finding another way to that side, as from what you can tell, there is no exact entry to the other side of the fighting pits. They seem to be split from another entryway.
Not exactly teleporty. And I think I'd get spotted using a climber's kit.
In here, with almost 100 faces watching this big fight, yeah.
Well, guess I'm off to find another entrance. There's got to be some way to get over there. The guards have to be able to traverse somehow.
It's true. All right. As you kind of start looking about some more, give me another. I mean, you can give me another search check to see if you can find another entrance.
Sure. 20.
20. As you kind of continue to look about, one of the guards seems to walk over towards a doorway that's kind of pushed up. There's no ladder to it and no stairs, but it seems to be in the ceiling. As he seems to tap on it a few times, and it seems to kind of pop open as some guards or as a guard pops his head through and takes what looks to be a thick, dark drink of some sort of booze, you'd assume, and lift it up into the hole, closing it behind him. And this looks to be about 20 feet behind you, roughly.
All right, I guess we're gonna figure that out. Sure.
All right, and those are your 2 skill checks, Ham, for the initiative. We're gonna move on to the next person.
Yep.
All right, the Devourer is up, and Roloman.
See how bad this hurts.
It's not that I can hurt you. I want to make clear. It's the fact that I can heal. So that's a 33 for the first one.
To hit, yes.
Yes.
I will choose to not take my attack opportunity for a alternative bonus.
Okay. Got you. And then for the second one, it's a 26.
That hits as well.
All right. Cool. So I'll do my damage. You know, you have a lot to freak out from here. That's 30 points of
Well, you
damage.
max rolled.
Holy shit, I did. However, I need a 2 fortitude saves. Oh, this is not a one and done. Oh, that fucking sucks. Oh, that's gonna be great.
Okay. Let's see. So that's 9.
DC is 19.
And I see.
Let's see what you got. Fortitude. Hopefully, you got some bonuses.
I have a plus 11.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Oh, wow. I rolled a 2, though. So
wow.
I roll another one, so.
All right. Well, the good news is I don't have. I switched out energy drain for a more effective thing. Let me roll for this. Or is this? Oh no, it's just.
Wow. A 2 and a 3.
Rollman, you lose
Crazy
1
work.
point of temporary, or 1 point of temporary Constitution, and I just gained a temporary hit point of, or a thing of Constitution in exchange.
Oh, I failed the second one as well. Is it the?
That is so. Yes, so
again?
that you will take 2. Sorry. Gives me 24 HP back. Yes.
There you go.
I needed that. Fuck, that hurt. And let's see, is there anything else I can do? As it, like, basically slams its claws right into your face, slashing at you as its adamantine nails cross across your face, leaving a nasty cut into it, Rollman. You feel the second rake come across, and you feel your body draining of weakness as almost your energy is being sucked into this creature, and it starts to grow in size.
Okay.
That ends its turn, as I can't do anything else. All right,
Nice,
James,
okay.
you're up.
Well, I'm gonna see. They came through the cage wall essentially, so I'm gonna go check that out. I guess see if there's a way for me to get through there.
Okay.
The guards did when grabbing the other guy.
Yeah. As you walk over, as you look at the gate, you see that there is a guard on the other side of it who's just kind of standing there looking or kind of watching some of the prisoners, as you can't really see the pit from where he's at and how far back he is. You can see another doorway that seems to kind of go off to the side and back into the stone itself, vanishing, assuming that's where the prisoner who lost his leg went. As the guard kind of looks at you and looks about behind you as he doesn't see anybody kind of following you, and looks back down at you and goes, "And I help you," as you just see this common Snowbeard.
Yes, you could. You could let me through.
Yeah, I could totally do that. And then I'd lose my job, and then I'd lose my pension, and then I can't afford to feed my kids. Mm-hmm.
I will promise you that you will have more than enough money to feed your kids, should you.
Oh, I've heard
Or
that one
you'll
before.
keep your job.
Uh-huh. And looks at you. I'm not buying it, sir.
What would historically James would think? What would a Snowbeard, what would one of his kin value in this instance to prove honesty?
Well, you got to think about the issue here more is this individual is, from what he's made clear, is looking at this job as valuable to him. So clearly he is somewhat of an honorable individual. That's probably what kind of puts together in your mind what he probably would value is the fact that he's honoring or trying to be honorable and keeping his position, or he's very money hungry, one of the two. And like you just found out, he just thinks you're just another person trying to fake pay him off.
If you take me out of here and right up to the prison cells, I can pay you immediately.
And looks at you and goes, "Heard that one before. That's how we lost Fred. And I'm not losing Fred."
I look at him. Do I look like I can actually harm you? You're in armor. I'm not.
I've heard that one before, too. And then I got shanked in the ass as he kind of like turns
I
around and
would
shows
like to
his
roll
scar.
diplomacy as I. Can I roll diplomacy to make this a bit more convincing? Because I
Feel
know
free.
as a player I'm not. 22.
22? Alright, what are you going to try and say to convince him?
Sir, I swear to you, my name is James. I'm a merchant. My things are up in the prison cell. If you take me up there, I will pay you immediately.
You looked out. Looks at you. Looks about and goes, "I'll go ask the one of my higher ups. If it clears with them, we'll see." As he turns and starts walking away.
Now to look at how to break open this gate from where I'm at.
Here, let me see. You could try an
I'd like to
escape artist
appraise metal.
roll. What was that?
I would like to try to get a better idea of what metal it's made out of to see if I could figure out a weakness that way.
You can give me an appraise check, or you can try and lick it and take a fortitude check.
No, I'll take the appraise check with the bonus I get from being,
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
It's bronze, shocking no one.
I'm glad I didn't lick it.
It's also, as you notice, been handled by a lot of people. A lot.
It's
of people.
unsanitary.
It is.
Well, I guess I'll wait then, because there's a likelihood that he's going to come back and say yes.
It's true. As you hear a wet
Or they're going to
slap
rob me.
come from the fighting pits. All right.
As I wait where I'm at now.
Okay, and it's your turn. Rollman, back to the top of the initiative. You're up.
Okay. So the thing I did when he attacked me, refraining from using my
Yes.
attack opportunity, is a part of Stormguard Warrior, where I channel the storm. So I can refrain from making attack opportunity, and I gain a +4 bonus on attack rolls and damage rolls for each attack you refrain from making until the end of my next turn.
All right.
So I have a +8 to attack and damage for the turn.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, I don't like that. All right.
That is the idea.
Let's go. Let's see what you got. Am I gonna suck you off first, or are you gonna beat me down?
What the hell?
What?
Also, is that
This is
a
a
thing
weird-
he's doing it like a stacking condition?
Yes,
like
correct.
lasts a certain amount of time.
Yeah, it's temporary after 24 hours. Correct.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I will first. Let's start and see if this helps at all. I will, as an immediate action, go invisible. This is not a spell effect.
I do not.
Invisible fist.
I do not have true sight, so I do have I have the fucking for the seeing for magical invisibility. I do not have true sight, sadly, though. Damn. All right.
Okay. So I'll get a +2 on top of that for unseen attacker. He's also flat-footed again, but it doesn't matter because he's.
Yeah, I was gonna say same AC regardless. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I will choose to take with power attack a -4 to an extra +4 damage.
Okay.
So let me figure out my total bonus here. I have to do freaking math. All right, so I have a +22 on these attack rolls.
I should have kept blind fighting. I should not have switched that out.
Yes, blind fighting would help you, right?
Oh.
First one. Oh.
That hits. That's a
let's see if
crit.
I confirm.
Let's see, can you confirm the crit or can you crit confirm?
That'd be funny.
You
29.
you confirm the crit, but you don't crit confirm, so you don't have to roll a third one.
I'll do that first because that's gonna be a lot of damage.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
6
Huh, that
plus-
24 HP stuff doesn't seem worth it now.
Hey, no, it did.
see.
It could be the difference between death and life. You'd be shocked.
It's true. It's true.
7 HP has saved me before.
Under 4. That'll be this doubled for that first hit. So 56.
56 points of damage. Fuck me. Ouch.
Second attack.
Fucking Jesus. Funny number. HP is nice, but god damn, that hurt. Oof.
He's at 69!
39 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
Roman really is like the fucking
The third
float
strike,
like a
26 to hit.
That does, yeah. Float like a butterfly, sting like a fucking invisible bee.
And then the fourth one, I will choose to take 10 for a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 3 more hits.
God damn it. It's gonna hurt. Will I live it?
You might not.
Maybe. Depends on your rolls. Odds are in your favor here, though.
This is the total.
Oh!
84.
Fuck! Alright, Roman, how you want to do this?
Rake his head off, come on.
So first, Roland is grappling. First, he's got 4 punches here. First one is the crit. He's gonna punch him right in his stomach soul thing and like tear up some ribs there with that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then knee him in the side with the second. Third one is a elbow to their collarbone, and the final one is a knee bash to the skull.
Alright, as you perform a beautiful, almost mixed martial arts movement, or full martial arts movement, the nobles gasp in the beauty as they watch your grace of strikes being so fast and clean as the creature's stomach first blows open as screaming souls float away in a green-like mist up into the ceiling and vanish, scaring the ref a little bit. That does startle him. As your blow of the collarbone hits, you watch as the body starts to drop and go limp, as finally the creature just falters as blood splatters everywhere. Roll them in with your final blow. The creature lays completely unmoving. The pot cracks and the stew inside begins to flow into the center of the pit where it liquidates down the drain, vanishing. That is the end of combat.
I raise up my fists in the air and look around.
As you do, you hear there's a sudden silence kind of falls over the crowd, and as you're with your fist up and looking about as you do, the ref kind of shouts out, "And we have a new champion!" And the entire crowd goes wild, screaming with excitement as people start throwing things down. Roman, give me a reflex save to see if you get smacked with anything.
Ah!
As
Once you
die.
noble
From getting hit.
dwarven noble underwear is very metallic, and very
Oh,
pointy. So,
The reason James sticks with cloth underwear is because it's flexible.
it's why James went to the elven territories. He wanted to become learn to live a proper life.
I rolled a 2 again. Why are
I didn't
these
go to the Elven
saves so
territories.
bad?
I've been on Kirkek. I was on Kirkek,
At
but
18.
giants don't wear metal fucking crotch pieces.
You did when you picked up Roman, if I remember correctly.
No, he came to Kirkek.
Oh, that's right. But as
Oh, God.
Roman, as you dodge, dive, and dodge some more, the crowd going wild, roses flying, plants of different things, potions smashing down into the area. As they do, the nobles go wild, and as Ham and James are kind of standing prospectively over in the areas where they're trying to get out and explore, the both bookies come over grumbling, handing sacks of coin and walking away with glares as you both hear simultaneously, though Ham doesn't understand it in Dwarvish, don't come back.
I don't want to come back. I
broke
want
the
to
bank.
leave.
Ham will be back.
Right. As Roman, you're helped out of the pit as the next fight is called for, as two Snowbeard no names kind of get into the ring and start getting ready to circle each other as the ring is cleared out.
I also use a maneuver Ironheart Surge to remove the debuff I have of the -2 to con.
Perfect. As you kind of find yourself sweating for a moment as you activate his ability, you're feeling your body kind of relax, feeling yourself stand back up straighter, your entire self feeling ready and raring to go. Um, Hold up, someone's calling me. We're gonna take a quick break. Sorry about that for those watching at home. I apologize. Um, Yes. So as Roman, you feel your body kind of coming back. Your fatigue disappearing as you step up into the crowd as the two down below start fighting. James and Ham now paid. I assume Roman, you're gonna go find James.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want him getting mugged with my money.
As you walk over, kind of seeing James, the guard comes over and kind of that James you had spoken to at the same time as Roman kind of rejoins, and he goes, "Oh, Mr. Champion, I just lost a couple grand of my salary on you," as he looks over at Rollman with a glare. But I've been informed that you two are not supposed to be in here. I don't know why you're here. But as he opens the door, unlocking
Elmhard.
it,
Fight night.
looks, you guys see, here's the heart of the helm heart. He kind of looks at you and kind of, then here's Rollman. He goes, "I knew it was the fight. Now, Elmhard is a nice guy, always letting adventurers into fight in the pits. Oh, he's such a sweet gentleman. Ah, as he
Was he watching the fight? Can I see if I could see him?
Yeah, give me a search check.
I want to see if he's shitting his fucking pants. Search.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Uh,
12.
as you look about, he is nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he ran away. Oh no. Who
Um,
knows?
as the guard kind of lets you through and then opens the other door and goes, "Just follow the staircase to the left. Don't go to the right. You'll end up in the area where they torture prisoners, and you don't want to be mistaken for prisoners. They'll take you though up and back into the cells, and you can pick up your stuff there."
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okie dokie.
He nods and goes, "Of course. The guard captain says that you guys are good people. I still don't get why you'd want to be here, though. Even for a fighting pit." As he like shrugs and watches you walk through the door.
As
Well, James,
I leave,
what did you think of Fight Night?
you can come back whenever you want, but I'm staying up in the other area.
Oh, well, this is a good experience.
I think half, if not all of the prisoners down there want to stab me now.
Well, that's on you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I was kind of not
I'm
paying
going to
attention when I
choose
was,
to blame. I'm
practicing,
going to
but...
choose to blame Helmhard, though.
Oh, okay.
Like
He is
every
kind of a
other rich
dick.
person in the world, I will pin my problems on someone else.
As you head down the hallway, kind of following the narrow stone path, coming to a dead end where you see a very bright white rock kind of in the wall that, as you put your hand to it, begins to open. And before we get to that, Ham, as you collect your money, are you just heading out?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to cheat like I was going to.
Okay. Turn and start walking
I've
away.
had no faith in me.
Nope, clearly.
I was heading.
Right. As you kind of head over towards the door and kind of follow it back through, as you come into the hallway with the towards the guardhouse and into the dungeons again, you see in front of you a few blocks, or a few steps, the wall starts to open up and out walks James and Rolliman.
Ah, Ham. Did you enjoy with the show?
Yes. I'm holding a very enlarged bag of coins compared
Oh,
to
it
what I
seems
had.
you won some money. How much money did
Yeah.
you win?
Well,
30,000?
yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's 30,000
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Did you bet 300 or 500?
No, 3,000 is what he bet.
Oh, 3,000.
Yeah.
I did bet 5,000.
You just got 1,000 back from
Yeah,
your
if only I had more money on
100.
me, I would bet more. Sad.
I would have bet the entirety of my coin purse, which would have bankrupted them.
Cover that kind of a coin, yeah. You probably bankrupted a lot of nobles tonight. As you kind of walk through, seeing the sergeant guard in his disguise kit, as he holds the chest for you, basically in his hands as you walk through, and he goes,
I-
I told you I'd get your stuff."
Thank you, friend.
And nods and goes, I just take the chest and start opening and take everything you can as quick as possible. I don't. From my understanding, once the chest opens, your stuff just reappears on your body.
James will
Oh.
flip it open.
As it does, James, you find your gear back on you immediately, as if coming out of an incorporeal form.
I do the same.
You feel the same effect, James or Rollman. James Rollman.
I've been turned into
Drolleman.
James.
Exactly. Yes.
Fusion. Ha!
Exactly. But no, yeah. As you open it, you also find your gear reappears on you in the same format. As he closes the chest and then kind of sets it down and looks at you a lot and goes, the Lord did mention that he wanted to see you, James. He said something about having a terrible employee that he was really angry with, and wanted to complain.
Oh, yeah, James, what happened? I came down here to get you guys with Magro, and you guys were just gone.
We went to
I
fight.
gestured to the hallway we just walked out of. Rollerman wanted to go to the fight pit. I wasn't going to be left alone in the cell.
Look, I was curious what
That's
it was
how I get
about.
stabbed.
Oh, well, Magro doesn't like you now.
He's annoyed with me. I'll make it up to him somehow. Let's go deal with other
I gotta make up
things.
to him.
By ensuring the city doesn't implode.
That's probably a good thing.
What was that, Roman? Sorry.
That's probably a good thing.
As you two say this, James kind of huffing as he pushes through the doors and heads up as the guards fully let you through the gate and just give you a weird, like, raised eyebrow as you walk out.
I'm also going to make sure Helmhard ends up paying.
He's nowhere to be seen currently. Where are you heading, though?
I'm not staying in the town right now. It is time to go to
Back to the ship.
the ship. We have other things to do.
Okay.
Yeah, what time of day is it right now?
It is about late into the evening at this point, but you guys have a whole day before you have to go meet with the House Svant. So,
Cool.
as you yeah, still wait, hold up, let me do my time calculations here. Sorry, roughly it is around 1 in the morning the next day. At this
Oh,
point, yeah,
that's pretty
because
late.
with everything, with the long ass fight and everything getting there, yeah, because it would have taken you guys a while. So, it's basically dark. Thankfully, there is a full moon out. But it's the 35th already, early in the morning. Most of the shops are closed and windows are closed. But James, being of a status at this point, has been able to get through the gate before as you guys start heading through the town. As you do, heading through to the ship, surprisingly going uninterrupted as you return back. You find yourselves kind of resting and or heading back to the captain's quarters to prepare for the next day. Um, well, rather the day itself. As you lot kind of gather up your plans and start discussing basically what you talked about in downtime, investigating into the sister herself, and seeing what you can do about dealing with the quests around town. And now,
As I drink another
because
thing, so
I promised to talk or to go through it, we're gonna go through it one by one. Ham, for your downtime, as you spend investigating into the cult, learning about them, was there any other questions you want to know about Sister Melvex's group before James cashes in his IOU?
I mean, if you're asking, can I try to backtrack who the fuck this higher level warlock is?
Sure. You can either give me a knowledge religion, knowledge nobility, or knowledge history.
I have knowledge religion.
Okay.
So I will collect knowledge religion. Like, and I specify who he is, because I know what he's a cultist of.
Yes.
But if he himself,
The Great Goose Hydra. Mm-hmm. The Goostra.
yeah, my mortal enemy,
Boostra.
Mm-hmm.
that'll be a 24.
Oh. As you look, and you said you're rolling nobility or religion? Religion. Okay. Looking him over up and down, his gear and his robes, starting to kind of think back to the history of it, you do recognize his armor specifically. It marks him as one of the elite guards to basically the equivalent of their pope. So like an archbishop, but actually capable of fighting.
I mean, at least I'm happy he's that high in the hierarchy. It gives me like a level perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That's not as bad as I thought it
Um, as you kind of get, but as you kind of spend your time investigating the others, the weird rogue seems to kind of keep his eye on you the entire time, but otherwise leaves you be. Even like I said, allowing you to mark him openly without stopping you. As you kind of spend your day dealing with your investigation of this crew. I won't go into full details because that's for you to share with the party, as was in planning chat, I assume.
Of course.
Um,
Yeah.
but is there anything else you wanted to highlight or go over specifically?
Only one more. The fucking twins.
Yes.
Fucking thing one and thing two down there in the opposite armors that look the same.
The gold and silver armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
Because they
you
didn't
can
have a
give.
symbol.
Yeah, you can
Um,
give me a either knowledge nobility or a history check or an intelligence check.
this one will be an int check.
Okay.
There'll be a 17.
No idea who these people are. Nobility, you know that for a fact.
Right.
Snowbeards of some sort, but what? I mean, there's so many clans.
I'll mark any unique traits and I'll talk to James about it later.
Alright. The only thing that's very unique that you haven't seen on anybody else is that they both the golden individual, his beard is actually has golden strands, like actual physical strands of gold inside of it, and the silver has the same but with silver.
I mean, that's a pretty good mark. I haven't seen that in a snowbeard yet.
Yep. As you kind of note
Sure.
that before your return. Okay. And then the less tumultuous one, we'll call it. I don't know if that's an actual word, but we'll use it
Sounds like
for
a
now.
word.
Roland. For your downtime, is there anything you wanted to go over?
No, I just chose to do training
Yep.
because didn't think of anything to do with it. So I'll just do that. One thing along with that, if you let me, I would
Sure.
like to fuck around with my room some more, see what else I can do with it, because I know in the past I've been trying to experiment with
Yeah.
affecting it in ways that make training better.
Give me an intelligence check to see if you can manage to take hold of it further.
I are smart.
Yeah. I know that you got this, buddy.
Yeah. 20.
20. Um, yeah, as you manage to kind of think harder and kind of try and focus, you start to develop a room that has full on training dummies that seem to be able to slightly move in action back. Not moving out of there what looks to be square of positioning, but they seem to actually be able to attack and counter as you kind of focus your mind. A ring that looks not unlike a sumo ring kind of seems to have appeared with what looks to be a large dummy that kind of pushes back and forth. A massive, almost long Olympic soft dirted track seems to appear kind of around the entirety of the room. And what looks to be a few training dummies designed for more just standard hand to hand and weapon training for a still target seem to have been kind of set off to one side. And then you finally hear someone shout, "Well, I didn't think I'd have to train another hero, but well, you look like you've got something to you." As you look
What the
about
hell?
and see a small goat folk person staring up at you.
God. Don't turn me to Hercules. I don't want to be a Hercules. I'm not Hercules.
Cue training montage and music.
Hold on, I gotta get the right song.
I just look at him. Who are you?
Looks at you and goes, "Who are you?"
I'm Rollerman. Who are you?
"I'm the guy you summoned up, Rollman. I'm a piece of your inner conscience. To your thinking,
Uh,
I'm like a living memory that just stands here and yells at you to be motivated.
okay.
Simple fact, I'm as
Interesting.
smart as you, basically.
Okay. What am I thinking about then?
I can't read your goddamn mind.
Well, if you're part of my mind, you should be able to read my mind.
This is gonna be a long training session."
One last hope.
It's true. Oh. As you kind of begin your training in the background, and I think we got your feat rolls in already, right? Or your Sorry,
Yeah,
it's
I already know what I'm rolling and stuff, so
yeah, because it was
I
your
already did it.
fighting thingy, your fighting maneuver. All right,
Yes.
perfect. And James, my man, as you spend your time in town, of investigating further, hearing from the merchants and the locals, learning as much as you can, as well as I believe helping out those that you can.
Ingratiating myself, yeah.
Yeah. Learning that the organization of this cult is a lot stronger than you initially thought. It takes a day of kind of following and tracking them around to kind of gather this up as you finally start to realize and start to head back. A party, of course, having been known to be held later today before you have to head off to meet with the House of Svat. As you kind of start to return, on the walk home, as you're kind of by yourself, one of the rough bloods is a bodyguard, but really by yourself, as the individual's more enamored by the many shops and things going on around the area.
I imagine he walked up, I want a hot dog.
Yeah, like a
Just
very
the
big
fucking New
teenager.
Jersey accent.
Who's constantly hungry. Most of the time was spending feeding him, but he did his job as a bodyguard, keeping you alive. Um, on your way back, though, you finally realize that instead of dealing with this individual personally and invading her stronghold, it'd be much easier to just cash in something that you've been kind of holding on to. And as you kind of think about it, realizing that it wouldn't be worth holding on to later in the case that it can't be used. That's kind of accepting it and pulling out your little IOU as you look at it to make sure it's still there, pulling it back in your pocket to kind of use when you get back to the captain's quarters. You continue on your way, returning back to the ship to speak into it. As you whisper her names and the command you ask, a few moments go by, and you see Sister Malvexa there,
Is she
tied,
conscious?
gagged.
Oh, thank God.
And as you realize her eyes and body are rather damaged, you'd guess her to be around 1 HP roughly.
Oh, I have no reason not to. Well, hum diddy hum da dum da dum, dead.
And James walks over with his dagger.
Oh no, this is the axe.
No, that's
Hammer.
fine.
Not your hammer? Hammer?
Yeah,
Okay.
beheading. I'm not playing around. No fucking no.
So you walk over.
I only need the head technically.
A very cold look in your eyes, the rough blood standing outside, hearing the loud sound of the squish and clash of the blade against the back of the chair that she was tied to, as your axe cleanly cuts through. The splatter of blood everywhere in the room, across the windows or the glass as it does, or gemstones as it does. As you hold up the head, and you feel an arcane energy almost take over your body as your eyes begin to glitter a bluish coloration. Your body begins to feel lighter, and the entirety of her body begins to incinerate into a red spark as you feel your body relax for a moment and feel the edge of the curse of the item vanish.
Well, I put the head in a bag. I need proof of the kill anyways. And I take the items out of the ash pile, I guess.
You misunderstand, James. The head turns into a spark and dissipates. There's nothing left of it.
Ah, fuck.
There's no ash. There is not even smoke on the wind. As you look at the thing, kind of wondering what to do, staring at the ropes that slowly dissipate too. As you see, kind of look over towards the door and see Ham kind of walking in at this point. Looking at you with what I assume probably a few reports written and ready to go, and seeing these splatters of blood everywhere in this room, like he just massacred someone.
Ham blinks. Ham thought we were going to interrogate her. Ham walks back out.
And as the door closes,
Gotta be kidding.
James, you find yourself kind of looking about, kind of sighing with annoyance and realizing
At myself.
and giving up on the for the night as you have other things to do. You kind of wipe
Now to
yourself
put a
off.
bounty out on the 12 fucking clerics that were under her.
You wipe yourself off and kind of head to the door and head below to enjoy the party as the crew is listening to music, dancing, and having a good time. As some of the crew has bought instruments with their coin that they received.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Are any of them good at it?
Um, Good is an interesting word to use.
So no.
Sea shanties
So
don't
they're
need to be good;
trying.
they just need to be sang loudly.
Yeah, and
They are
all mumbly and
catchy.
stuff.
Exactly. As the enjoyment of the part or the morale from the party is high, people seem to have a good time, laughing, joking. Cadius pulls out what looks to be a gourmet dish of a like creature that you recognize really quickly as a very fat landerkin, fully roasted that the crew kind of full begins to devour through. Um, it is a fantastic afternoon of jokes, laughter, and hilarity.
Yippee.
But as the day goes on, you find yourselves now stuck with a question as the party winds down and the alcohol stops flowing as the crew goes back to their day, or their shifts, or goes to sleep. How do you explain to the House of Svant that you're the ones that killed Sister Malvexa?
In the truth spell or something? I don't know.
Is the question. As we end a session there with the party, figuring out that and enjoying the afterglows of the party and their downtime. We thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time when the party meets with the House of Svant.